I think we're live. Hey guys, hopefully you can hear me. Weeby News here, and today I'm greeted with NicoB, and we're going to be watching the Chunsoft event. I think it's actually kind of starting right now. I hear music from
Hi guys.
Hi
there.
Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hi, yes, it's me, NicoB. I'm here to watch and see if they got Danganronpa stuff.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I don't know if it's super likely anymore, but we'll see. We'll see.
But even if not, I'm sure they'll have some good stuff for us to see.
Yeah. That one game looked kind of interesting. I think we're good. Looks like everybody's excited. But I guess before the stream starts, we can just kind of talk. It seems like it's like up, but they just kind of have viewing party.
Viewing party, I guess. Getting their pregame ready.
Yeah, pretty much. Getting their booze out, you know. All that, all that fun pregame stuff.
Take a shot every time a visual novel shows up.
Oh, sweet. But I guess whatever. I don't know. I guess exactly what you want to talk about. I wrote out questions. I guess if we wanted to go through, it's just all kind of like basic stuff. I figured we could talk about V3 since we had both beaten it kind of recently.
Okay, sure.
Like share our opinions, but I guess we were kind of already talking about it beforehand too. So
oh, it's okay if you ask me some same things. So it's
no
big deal.
Yeah, I guess I was kind of curious. You seem like you I was actually really happy when I watched, I guess, your Let's Play, and you seem like you didn't hate the ending like a lot of people did. I kind of had mixed opinions on it when I first played it, but I was happy that it seemed like, I guess because you already kind of knew it was going to be controversial to begin with, you sort of were
I guess
more prepared.
I guess I could see that coming. I mean, everyone was like, oh, what's Nico gonna do? Think about this ending, and I'm like, oh, it's gonna go down. I mean, it got way more meta than I even expected, though.
Yeah, same.
I was like, whoa, I was like, okay, so the fact that they were saying that Danganronpa and everything was in that world was totally fake. That's when I was like, what?
Yeah, that was the same for me. That really kind of fucked me up.
I think the initial was like, oh, I don't know if I like that, but as I sort of sat on it for a bit, I was like, I actually thought it was pretty good. And there's also a lot of indication and possibility that even what Tsumugi was saying wasn't actually the truth either, you know?
Yeah, that's kind of what I liked about it. It was kind of the same way. Once it first hit me, I was like, what the actual fuck is going on? I don't know how to feel about it. I think half of my commentary by the end of it was just me making noises. I didn't even know what to say.
No, stop.
I was like, what do I say to this? I don't understand what's going on anymore. But I think it was kind of the same thing. After I sat on it and kind of thought about it, I liked I'm not sure. I know I sent you those tweets that Kadaka had too, where he kind of explained, I guess, what he was going for. That kind of helped cleared it up a bit too, that they weren't, because I initially did think that they were trying to say no more Danganronpa, we're sick of making it kind of thing when I first watched it. But it kind of looking at those tweets and some of his interviews, it kind of cleared it up a little bit, and I was like, okay, I can kind of see what he's going for now. But yeah.
Yeah, it was definitely a controversial thing, and I'm sure he knew that going in. He's like, I'm gonna get so much shit for this, but
yeah.
But it was ballsy. I don't think anyone but Kadaka, maybe Yoko Taro or something, would do something as truly gutsy as say yeah, all that shit that happened, none of it was real, you know?
Yeah.
But I also don't think he was trying to say it didn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was sort of the important thing. And I don't know. I mean, when I sat on it, it still gave us a lot of really awesome characters. I loved the V3 cast. Like everybody. That never happens for me in a Danganronpa game. There's always a few that I'm like fuck this guy. But by the end, I was like even Kokichi, I was like,
yeah,
so much.
I know. Yeah, I really think it had the best cast as well. I loved everybody. I feel like I pretty much liked everybody for the most part in the other games. I was kind of iffy on Hiyoko for a long time, and I think Tagami, when I first played it, I really didn't like him at all. He kind of grew on me after I beat the game. But yeah, this game was probably one of the only ones that, like, playing it, I was really like, I like everybody. Yeah, I was really interested, I guess, to hear your opinion on Kokichi too, because I really didn't think you would like him very much. While I was playing the game, I was like, I don't think Nico is gonna like this guy.
Yeah, I think I thought initially when I was seeing him, I'm like, oh man, this is the guy, this is the troublemaker, this is the Kameda of the group, or the Tagame or something. And I'm like, and he is such a little shit, but he's also so like mischievous, and a lot of what he does is like, I don't know, like he wants a reaction, really doing any specific harm.
Yeah.
Most of the time.
I
was a little. I struggled a bit when he was responsible for what happened with Gonta. I was like, ah, God, no, come on,
yeah.
Not Gonta.
Yeah, same here. The Gonta stuff was pretty rough. Even like I had loved him the whole game, and I was always like, I bet he's got something up his sleeve. He's trying to save all of us. I just know it. I trust my little shit, character.
Right.
But yeah, the Gonta thing happened. I was like, I don't know. That was pretty fucked up.
I know. I was really struggling with that, but afterwards I was like, okay. I mean, I still think they really have to get Gonta killed, but it was still I still really liked his character. I thought he was definitely the best antagonistic character out of everybody.
Yeah, I think so too. Out of all the games, he's probably just like the most interesting character to me in general. I mean, when I was like doing the analysis for him, I expected a lot, but I guess learning about like his whole mastermind plan from the beginning and all of that, and rewatching the scenes, I was like, holy crap, this adds like a whole new element to like the game that I didn't even realize. Like, I don't know, seeing I guess some of the stuff he would say and like his conversation with like Monokuma in chapter 4, and I guess like understanding more where his head was at in it, I was like, oh my god, the scene makes so much more sense. Like watching it now.
Yeah, I loved that trial with Kaido with Kaido and Kokichi, and you're not sure who was alive and who was dead. That trial was so magical. It was just brilliantly written, and had some great twists and turns.
Yeah,
just had me guessing the entire time.
Same here. Oh my god.
That was like my favorite trial I think out of any of the games.
Oh, really? Yeah, I love that trial too. It was really good. I was like just talking about that one in my videos. Like, God, the whole trial, I like had no. It was like probably the one trial. Like even towards the end, I was like, I still like they're both dead, and like Junko's in there or something. Something just like crazy. For a little bit, I thought like Rantaro wasn't dead. Yeah. I felt like Rantaro was in there. I was like, Rantaro's not dead. He's in that exoscele. He's gonna come out, claim himself as the mastermind. I'm
Our avocados lived. He's gonna save us all.
Yeah. Oh my god, that trial was really great though. Oh man. Well, who's like your favorite character out of all the games? Out of curiosity, do you know or?
Out of the entire series,
I guess you can just limit it to V3 for now. I know it's kind of a big question.
Okay.
Oh, I think I got it.
Kokichi was really interesting. I don't know if I could say he was my favorite, though. I think my favorite might be Shuichi. I really like Shuichi. He was
great too.
I thought he was definitely the best protagonist. I liked that he wasn't just like, because Nagi, no offense to Nagi or Hachime, because I love them both, but both of them were kind of like, a lot of ways sort of perfect. I mean, like Nagi in a lot of ways felt very perfect a lot. And Hajime, he had his Izuru side, and he struggled with the fact that he wasn't actually an ultimate. But it was like Shuichi, who's like this much weaker character, constantly doubting himself. He feels like he can't do anything by himself, and which made that relationship between him and Maki and Kaido just so beautiful,
Yeah, I loved the trio. I was really surprised that I saw a lot of people didn't really, I guess, a lot of people didn't like Kaido, which I was a little bit surprised about. Or at least when I would like read my comment section and stuff, I would see a lot of people, I guess because his beliefs were a little too lull hope sometimes. But Shuichi's a great character. I think he's probably my favorite out of all the protagonists too. I loved V3 in general. Like sometimes I really do wonder if it is like my favorite of the games. But I'm not sure if it's just because like the hype is still kind of from it, or But yeah, Shuichi's a great character. I think you might have
for certain, without a doubt, V3 is my favorite of the series.
Oh yeah, I'm really happy you liked it too, because I know there was like mixed opinions. I guess mostly it kind of came from the ending, but yeah, I really did like V3.
the people that who didn't like it or didn't like the ending, I totally understand. I don't like, I'm not like, what the fuck are you talking about? No,
Yeah.
I absolutely understand why you wouldn't like that ending, because it is really like, I mean, especially that initial hit, it's kind of hard to swallow at first, and it does kind of sting a bit.
Yeah, I thought the same thing too, especially because like it really did feel kind of like they were just like, we don't want to make Danganronpa anymore. Like, let's end Danganronpa. Like, you have to actually say that. I was like, oh god, this really does feel. Yeah, I was really unsure.
Hey, we got 1,006 people watching.
Oh wow. Oh man, that's awesome. Thanks, guys. I think I got a donation too. I need to read that. Sentient. Oh, I got 2. Sentient Violin. I'd love a Rontaro prequel. How about you guys? Oh, I would love that a lot.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, they talked about what?
That's actually really cool. To see like the game that came before it, right?
Yeah, that's what I would really like if they did. I kind of feel like it's doubtful that they'll do that, but that's honestly probably what I would want to see the most, is if they had like a game based on him and his class, or his why can't I think of it? His Danganronpa thing. Oh, whoa, I think it's starting.
It would be interesting.
I'm Ari.
I'm Dave.
I think it's starting, yeah. Let me go ahead and need to read. Thank you, David D, for the donation as well. Hope you enjoy the stream. Maybe you won't be able to talk in chat, but I'll be here listening. Also, hi, Nico. Thank you so much for the donation.
Hi.
Nico says hi. Okay, let me
these amazing titles that we're so lucky to be a part of.
take this down. Okay.
First, we have
Let me see.
On the back.
There we go.
Mitsutoshi Sakurai-san.
Thank you for joining us today.
Can you guys hear the stream audio okay? To the chat?
Hello everyone. So I'm President and CEO of Chunsoft Japan and US. Thank you for joining our first Twitch stream.
Is it quiet?
GDC, we just announced 5 titles, and we couldn't have done it without each and every one of you.
Okay, they're saying they can see it, I think.
All
Yeah.
your support.
Looks like it just went up on my laptop.
Enjoy. Thank you.
Thank you.
And, go ahead.
Here at Chunsoft, we're very lucky to be joined by legends in the game industry, including Dylan Cuthbert, who worked on Pixel Junk Monsters 2, CEO and president of Q Games. Hi, Dylan. Thanks for joining us today.
Hi, everyone.
Hey, thanks for joining us, man.
Yes, it's really been a great time.
How's your GDC?
Busy. So, shall we?
So we've got.
Some people are saying to turn the volume up a little bit for the stream.
Okay.
Roll the trailer.
It's a bit too quiet.
Not 100% sure. Let me see. I wonder if I could just turn on my desktop audio, maybe? See if that helps, because it's on all the way from the video, but... Oh, yeah. People are saying that. It's a bit better now. Okay, I turned up the audio on the desktop, guys. You guys can let me know, I guess, if it's too low or not still.
Guess who's back? Pixel Junk Monsters 2!
Have you played this?
I didn't know they did the Pixel Junk stuff.
Oh, the audio went out.
Uh-oh.
There we go. I think it's back on now. Sorry, did you say you played this? It was like right when the audio went out that
I've played other Pixel Junk games. They have a whole bunch of different ones. There's like one's like a shooter. Like a lot of them also on I think on Steam and on the iPhone and stuff.
Oh, okay, cool.
I think there's some tower defenses, and actually this might be with the yeah, I think that's what this is.
Okay.
Have you played any of them before?
No, I haven't actually.
They're quality. Oh yeah, that's right. There was this one that was really like kind of trippy dippy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know how to describe it, but you're just like this weird shape, and you're like hopping around. I don't know. It's more like one of those like kind of psychedelic experiences.
Mm-hmm.
But But yeah, I was always kind of different types of titles for this this Pixel Junk brand.
Okay, interesting. Yeah, I hadn't actually heard of it before. You said it was like a mobile game?
I think so. I believe it might just be Steam and like PlayStation and stuff. But
Oh, okay, okay, that makes sense. Oh, that's cool though. I'll have to look into it. I hadn't looked too much into Spike's other games. I probably should.
Pixel Junk Monsters 2 is coming to
actually, I honestly didn't even know Spike was owns Pixel Junk. So
Yeah, I
It
didn't-
will be
yeah.
available for $14.99. But we have Dylan here who can tell us.
I see
even
some
more
Steins
about
Gate in the
it.
back. I think it's.
Yeah,
Isn't that guy must be dressed as a Kabe right there?
Oh yeah, that's true. That's cool. I haven't played the Steins Gate games, but I have watched the anime. I love the anime.
Let's listen to what they want. And,
Oh, my mic keeps cutting out.
make them a new,
Uh-oh.
Oh, yeah.
brand new,
Yeah, I kind of noticed that a
completely
little bit. It might
revamped
be
version
my
of the game,
OBS,
so,
honestly.
um,
I'm not 100%
So
sure.
what can we give them that is better than before? And so we just did everything we could.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I was hanging around Spike Chunsoft booth during GDC, and I got a lot of really positive feedback from press. Seems to be a lot of fun after you actually get hands-on with it.
Yeah, it's very addictive, just like the original. So you can imagine losing quite a few hundreds of hours to this game.
I think it might be
Just
my
like the
signal,
original.
honestly. So
Oh yeah.
So
I'm not
some people in
100%
chat
sure.
asked,
Okay.
you know,
OBS
you
kinda
seem to
it
dips
keeps
out
fluctuating. I'm like
otherwise.
sometimes in the green and sometimes in the red.
Right.
So
Quick,
yeah.
bio presentation from you.
Yeah, so
That's
yeah.
thanks. It was like I couldn't really tell because like when I was
So I'm Dylan
recording
Cuthbert, and
my
I
last
run
Let's
Q
Play
Games,
with
which
OBS,
is,
it was like the
a
audio
game
would just dip
studio
out randomly.
in,
So I was like, I don't know if it's
Kyoto, in Japan.
that or yeah, if it was a
And, we've been
connection.
running
It's hard to
this
tell
hobby.
sometimes.
I mean, the studio's been around now for about 17 years.
okay, it seems to be good.
We've made a lot of games, and
It was like literally when you're like, it seems good.
Monsters
You went out like right then.
loved ones. And,
Perfect timing.
every day we get
Everything's fine.
question about it. Originally in 1992, I made the game X for the Nintendo Game Boy. That was one of the first jobs,
Wow, that's awesome.
first games I made, and that got me to Kyoto basically, and then I sort of fell in love with the place.
Sorry, Karma. I'm
Then I
trying to
moved on
get
and
here
we
and reply to
developed
super
Star
chats
Fox
and stuff.
when I was working with Arvin.
Sorry, I'm talking to my
back
mind.
in the day,
I
and
saw
that
you
was,
message me.
because of
Yeah!
well, it still has some fans. And
Just a few.
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Not
right.
too many.
and,
Thank you
and then
to
oh, there's a video.
Suckit711 for donating.
And,
Love you both.
so
and
I
here's for hoping for more
really-
DR news. And yes,
really liked
hopefully.
working on making games,
Some more
the
Dang It
Japanese
Grandpa
way,
news.
I learned a lot from when I was working at Nintendo.
What do you think the Japanese way of making games is?
It's very detailed. You know, I came from a very early British.
What in the world are they talking about?
And
I'm
Talking
not.
about
back then,
Star
like,
Fox
boys
and
in bedrooms,
Yeah.
and girls.
Star
programming.
Fox 2 released in 2017.
And
Yes.
just doing what they want to do, and we never really kind of.
I remember that
refined
game was
it,
originally
because,
unfinished, I
Japanese
think.
Championship
Yeah, I
So
never.
it was never released.
I think
Yeah,
that was
I only really know Star Fox in the memes.
and that-
Honestly.
What the like do a barrel
so
roll?
enough.
Yeah, pretty much.
Released.
Oh, barrel roll.
And it's still great.
Yeah, thanks to
I made it- I
Glorious
made it,
Ryu
you know,
for also
about 20
sponsoring the
years ago,
channel.
but-
I'll if you could email me later, I could
Super
add you to the
Nintendo
sponsor
Mini?
Discord
Yes,
too.
yeah,
So
it's,
just to get that
secret
out there.
unlock.
But thank you so much for
It's the
sponsoring.
finished first of the original stuff.
Sorry, I'm kind of
Then
slow with the
unlocked.
replies. I'm trying to
Um,
go on my
and so
laptop,
then
and it
I
has a
moved
lot
on
of
to Sony
lag.
PlayStation, and I made or worked on Captain Blasto there, which was.
Oh, hey, I
really
played that
funny
game
and really
back in the
funny
day,
action
Blasto.
platformer.
Oh yeah, I feel like I've heard
It
of
w-
it.
It is
that was
it is
completely different.
hard as shit. I never beat
Oh,
it.
really?
It was so hard.
2001,
It gets so
started
ridiculous.
playing games
I always
because
thought of
like,
it as
actually
like
from a very young age, I always
because it
wanted
looks
to
like
start
Batman.
doing
Like the
stuff.
face looks like
So I'd always
Batman,
be
but with
designing
like
my
crazy hair and a
logos
giant body.
trying to decide
But I
Yeah.
never beat that game. It is so brutal.
That's pretty
It comes
funny.
from,
I feel like I would like to
There's
see
a lot
that
of
on
Cue
stream.
from Bond.
Your raging is
was-
So
pretty
James
funny.
Bond.
I feel like it's
So,
funny
you know,
until you
like
get
a
really like
tinkerer
sad.
or, like, making-
I can't do it anymore, guys.
Yeah, there was like that one. Oh, it was like that Vanitas battle. Because I remember like you were raging at
Oh.
first. Yeah, the extra one in Birth by Sleep. That one's fucking brutal.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Oh, God, I still have nightmares about that. And the chat will constantly trigger me every now and then by just like spouting random quotes from Vanitas. It's like, "Show me anguish in the comments."
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, stop it, guys! Just stop it!
I bet the chat's gonna blow up with that. That
Yeah.
was, it was so funny because I was watching it like,
Yes,
yes, the rage, finally.
Like, a lot of liking.
And then
Oh,
he
man.
kept going, and I was like, oh
Modern
no, now I
techniques
feel
is
bad.
just
I just let him go in.
People will be really surprised with his monsters.
I died like 70 sometimes to that fight. It was so ridiculous.
No
That battle is really crazy,
though.
though.
The PS4 version, and it's just through a lot of art design and really tuning the system.
Thanks
I think
to
I
Bodie
think
Harris
people
for
will be really
donating
surprised.
$10.
One of the
He
questions
said,
we've had since
hey guys,
the
what are your
announce
opinions on a
is like,
possible
so
for
what's the
Danganronpa
Switch version
game
look like?
put under
They
development?
don't realize that most of the
PS, love your playthroughs.
screenshots
Thank you so
actually come from
much.
Switch.
I would really love it. I feel like if we get any kind of
So,
news, though, it'll
it's
probably be that
really
fighting
cool.
game Kadaka mentioned
everything
in like
looks,
an interview
really
a little while
beautiful.
back.
Like, you look
Just
at
because
these,
they mentioned something about like 3D
footage and you
models
think it's,
being
like, presented as
in
this is
development,
all
or they were
straight
like
out of
hiring
the
people to
game,
make
right?
3D models. I think kind of recently. I think I remember you mentioning that in your playthrough too, Nico.
Like the poster right here.
Yeah.
Yes, yes,
Oh
yes,
god, now
yes,
everyone's saying
yes,
show me
yes.
English. God damn it. God damn it, guys.
Sorry.
Yeah, I'd heard about that. So you think it's actually possible that like they're making a Danganronpa fighting game? Like,
Yeah, Kadaka had mentioned in like an interview, I guess it was like back over the summer, that was like something that he had wanted to make. I'm not sure if he was like super duper serious about it. But once they brought up the 3D models, or they were hiring somebody to make 3D models, that's when I was like, oh man, like maybe they are gonna do that.
yeah, I was thinking
Yeah.
like, so well maybe they're planning to do something like Ultra Despair Girls again, you know? My thought was like, well, if they did that, like I could see it being like Kibo, right, and him like flying around shooting stuff. Like I know he blew up at the end of the game, but they could always
might come
rebuild him
back.
again.
That's true.
You know?
Yeah, I saw people thinking they thought it might be like Maki and Himiko as like the Ultra Despair Girls, like a V3 Ultra Despair Girls to those two characters. I thought that would be cool. I would much prefer that over a fighting game, like personally.
Yeah, I would too, honestly.
Yeah. I would like to know a lot more about like the V3 universe in general. That's why I think like my ideal thing would be the Rantaro killing game, but I kind of doubt that because there was like another interview where he said that he was more interested, or he like I think I didn't get to see like the full interview. It was just kind of like somebody translating highlights from like him being on television. But he mentioned that he wanted like this other author who had done Danganronpa Tagami to work on like Danganronpa like a mommy, basically. So I think it's more likely to be like a novel. But I think even that was more like him and like the stuff with his free time events more so than
right now, we are talking with Dylan
it being like the killing game.
Pixel Monsters 2. But we did promise. Oh my god.
Seems like in the little list of games there.
So this
Steins Gate Elite.
Yes.
Oh, cool.
Can I give him away? Is it okay?
Yeah,
I'm guessing that must be like maybe a.
Oh, those are probably the ones they tweeted about, actually.
For the fans.
Damn, spoilers
Oh,
in the
okay.
live stream itself.
This is for you guys.
Yeah, it's a lovely little.
Jarmus
teddy bear.
first class said, "Dance, water, dance."
So adorable. You can also make him run.
Ah!
All right. So
Oh god, no.
Freaking a lot in the
freaking
chat right now.
Hooded fight. Oh god.
Yeah. It was so funny because I was telling Nico how I was salty that he beat Dimmick so fast in the main story, but you got it in the bonus, the data battles.
Oh, there we go.
I'm sure you felt a lot better though when I got to that bonus stuff.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, there we go. That's what I want to say.
There we go.
I'm just waiting to manipulate chat.
Sentient violence at
Quite good, isn't it?
That's what you do when you're
K2B0,
on
I guess for
Twitch.
the
Our
whatchamacallit.
chat lord over there off camera.
Oh yes, version 2 of Kibo.
All right,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
our chat lord,
Version 2.
Kazu, taking care of you guys back here. He will
One of my
message you
friends
if
from
you won.
Real life
Tiki Man over
donated.
here.
Hey Jenna, thanks for
Look forward to
donating.
In the meantime, we kind of wanted to ask you
Yeah,
a
she
few
said,
quick questions about
if
what it
your
was like
best friend was a
developing the
character,
game,
who would it
and while we're
be?
asking
It would
those,
be
let's get
you.
some, questions
You know
from,
this.
chat.
That's so funny. Thanks Jenna for tuning into the stream. That's so cool.
So first question from chat is, what were the hardships of being a programmer? I mean, you've worked at Nintendo, you've worked at PlayStation.
But I hadn't heard
You
about
have 3 years of
428
experience
Shibuya
in the game
Scramble.
industry. I'm sure for any
just yet.
aspiring game developers.
And neither, right?
Yeah.
Don't think
There's
that's.
not really that much. I mean, a lot of people think
No,
programming is very
Chunsoft
hard.
had
It's
nothing to do
actually
with
not
The
hard
World
at
Ends
all.
With You,
It's
did
more
they?
like-
Yeah, no, that was Square
That's news
Enix.
to me right now.
Yeah, God, I wish we could The World Ends With You too, though. I keep hoping.
Very low level.
I'm happy we're at least getting it on Switch, though.
It's just really.
Yeah, that's cool.
Seems like a step in the right direction because they're always like releasing like I feel like teasers or like it just kind of feels like Nomura will troll the fans about it a little bit. Like there's like one.
I think he wants.
What were you gonna say?
Like, I think Nomura wants.
Which is more
I
difficult.
think he initially is like, I'm gonna post this stuff as like a possibility. I want people to get hyped, but then he gets like wrapped up in other projects, and then he kind of like forgets about other things, and he's like, oh shit, that's right, I was gonna maybe do a sequel to The World Ends With You. And
yeah, I would really love it. I was hoping that The World Ends With You would be in Kingdom Hearts 3 a little bit too, because I really love those games, and it wasn't Dreamed Out Distance, and they kind of like hinted at maybe the possibility. So I
hope so too. I mean, we got a little bit of it in Dream Drop Distance, but it wasn't enough, man.
Oh yeah, somebody said, so Yusuke from Persona 5 said,
I think they
let us beat that rubbish mentality.
Yes. Let us beat that rubbish mentality.
Claymation, and we went with a lot of studio lines. So I like people to come away with it thinking or feeling that they've just watched something like What If.
Did you enjoy Steins Gate? I know you thought about doing the other game, that there was like a ban on it, like a stream ban on it, or something along those lines.
Not just that it just played a game.
Yeah, I still got a lot of people asking me about it. Actually, first off, is my mic okay? Am I still cutting off a bit?
You cut off a little bit, but it hasn't been as bad. So I think it's improving, but yeah, I'm not really 100% sure. I guess what you would need to do to fix it. I'm really not super good at streaming, honestly. I'm just kind of winging it.
Oh, it's okay. No, neither am I.
We knew that the 10th anniversary was coming up.
But yeah, I've had a lot of people bringing that up. And yeah, it's definitely something I'd consider for the future then, because the ban for Steins Gate 0 got lifted. So so I think it seems I can probably do that now.
Okay, cool.
But there are a lot of games to play, so it's sort of hard to like
decide.
Yeah.
Taking the original game, which was 2D, obviously.
Yeah, I feel that. There is a lot of games that I feel like I've seen either, I guess, like requested for you to play, or just stuff in general. I feel like I guess would be like good for your channel. But I remember seeing Steins Gate 0 quite a bit.
Hard to refine the look, so when people look
I really enjoy the first game. I was a little reluctant on the second one, just on 0, just because I know it's based on a really sad like ending, basically from.
To that point, that's about the time I started speaking to
it's like basically a branch off from a really sad ending from that game.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So I was like,
I'm pretty sure it's the same ending as the anime, because like I said, I've seen the anime, but I haven't played the game. If it's the same ending as the anime, it was pretty brutal. The ending was pretty sad. It was awful. It was rough. But I've heard there's still like lighthearted moments in there. So
yes, yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing the response when everybody gets to play it. You know?
Yeah. Well, actually, the Q Games team and Dylan are super kind to do a second giveaway. We do have another Tiki Man over there in the corner, hiding.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, sorry to those who donated the super chat. Let me pull those up. I don't think Streamlabs is showing me those messages.
Yeah, another wave of a dancing Tiki Man. Oh, there we go. There it is.
Oh, he's getting friendly.
All right. And random picker will pick someone, and you'll get a DM. Cool.
They're going crazy.
They are just going wild. That's awesome. That's exactly what we want to see.
We should get them to say things that we want them to say. You know.
It's like they're giving away a little tiki people for someone who says Tiki Man in the comments, and the whole chat and the Twitch is going crazy like Tiki Man.
They're pretty cute.
That's great.
We love you, Dylan.
They are pretty cute.
I love you too.
I love the Picky Penguin plushies too. I actually got the Kibo one.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, no problem. It's so cute. I was really happy. They don't really sell a whole lot of like plushies for Danganronpa 2, and everybody was such a dick to Kibo all the time. I was like, I want to hug him. And now I found a way.
They were all incredibly robophobic.
I know, right? All these robophobic.
All right, and next we've got.
Let me see. Sorry, guys. I'm like trying to pull them up on my laptop.
Talk about Fire Pro Wrestling World for PlayStation 4.
Since we're on the topic of,
thank you, Cookie Chioma, for donating $1.
I'd like to give everybody a quick update on the status of how things are going.
Even though you killed
with,
Ganta.
Fire Pro. Earlier we originally the game started in...
Gonta not forgive you! Y'all are not gonna bring Gonta back from dead!
Look at chat, like a donation from somebody named Gonta. Fuck Kokichi!
Fuck you, Kokichi! Oh. Over 10 years in the making. Got something. Fire Pro Wrestling World. What the hell is this? Oh! What? Now your favorite Danganronpa characters in an all-new wrestling game. What?
And before, this is the Danganronpa. This is the Danganronpa fighting game. They just put like sprite animations on top of their heads.
That's right.
This is totally Kaide's frame. Like.
Kaide
Looks
comes
exactly
out
like
like
it.
just drops a piano on some dude's head like brrr!
That's what you get for the horny nut scene. Or what was the thing that he got? He had like the man's gun or something.
Oh yeah, it's like the gun of a man's passion.
Yeah, that was so funny. Came out of nowhere.
I noticed that as soon as I saw that, I was like, oh, is this my man's nut? Is this what's gonna trigger the freaking fan service?
I didn't get it until like oh god, I was like Monokuma just came up to you and like didn't say anything. He was just like, "Arr!" And Suichi was just like, I know what I must do. Feel the horniness. It's just like, oh my god. I know what's going on.
Yes, that is exactly how it happens with guys all the time. We just find this little thing, this little gun, then we're like, oh, puberty.
All of a sudden. It all makes sense.
That's right.
Oh man, we got a couple more minutes. Sentient Violence said, conspiracy theory, Udgy is the dangling grandpa.
To the PlayStation
Interesting, I'm
4
not sure
this
what
summer, 2018.
Udgey? I don't know if that's maybe from a game that you've played.
Old school
Not
fan
100%
favorite.
sure.
Like I said in the trailer, it's been over.
Say again?
They said conspiracy theory, Udgy, I'm probably butchering the name, I butcher the names of so many things. They said Udgy is the dangling grandpa. Maybe that's...
UDGY?
Yeah. I think.
Yeah, it's that's the judge from the Phoenix Wright games.
Oh, okay, yeah.
We call him Udgy.
Oh, okay, nice. Nice. I haven't played the Phoenix Wright games. I just kind of know that in like I guess the Council of Voices canon verse, him and Kameda have some hot lovin'.
Yes,
some hot bagel action going on.
Things have been created from that. A lot of times I look at myself and I ask, I'm like, why did I do this? Why did I create this?
Phosphorus King said, crap, I need my glasses on. The laptop's too far away. Phosphorus King said, as a tourney player in everything from SF to BB Tekken, I would love a DR fighting game. Hey, if Kiryu gets to be a guest in Tekken 7, we should at least get Maki and Soul Calibur 6. Nice.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm sure
I think it could be fun. I guess for me, I just like story-based games a lot, so I'd probably I just kind of like focus more on that. So that's why I kind of prefer, I guess, more like another killing game.
For those of you that don't know, my name's Dave Kraker.
Absolutely. Yeah, actually Phosphorescence King, he's a regular commenter on my channel too. So.
Oh yeah, me
Hi,
too.
Phosphorescence.
Hey, yeah, he comments on my channel a lot too. He leaves a lot of really funny comments. Thanks for the donation.
Yeah.
We got a Glorious Ryu said, now you can customize your favorite Danganronpa character into Dark Souls abominations.
Oh no,
Good.
Yes.
Finally.
But that being said,
what I wanted.
That's the crossover we all wanted.
That's all the only thing I wanted when I first started playing Danganronpa. First thing that came into my head.
428.
Like, where's the dodge roll button? I don't understand.
What is this?
Why do they just keep talking?
What is this talking shit?
428 should be a scramble. It's a visual novel that uses all live action footage.
Donated and said, I love Kaide so much.
Like
Same.
real actors in real locations. The story takes place in the streets of Japan. To be specific,
Kaide was a great character. She deserves so much better.
I know.
Yeah.
They need to bring her back from the dead somehow.
I know, right? I was like, that's the only bullshit plot twist I would be happy with. I was like, if they brought back hiding,
Exactly.
I was like, it'd be okay.
Oh, hey, I will say the bonus modes with her though were some good stuff. Oh, we got something here.
All right. Oh, Shibuya Scramble.
Oh,
This
the
is one of
full
them.
28 Shibuya Scramble.
Okay, cool.
Legendary visual novel.
Interesting, yeah. Has Shibuya in the title, so I'm already kind of in, just because of
I
The World Ends With
it's
You.
like, anything Shibuya, it's like, yeah!
Hell yeah! The World Ends With You too, confirmed.
It sounds like this is something that's already been around, but the way they said it.
Yeah.
Like it's finally coming to the PS4, the world renowned.
The world is not in with you.
That's right.
Yeah.
5 stories
Interesting.
intertwined.
Yeah, it's all like real people. So
Yeah,
far,
is it
too.
like,
Yeah,
is
it's
it the
like-
whole, it's an actual,
That's what I was wondering. I was like, I guess it might be like a, whatchamacallit, like a visual novel, but I guess with like real people
with
instead
pictures of like real people and stuff.
Yeah, I was like, that's kind of an interesting idea. I hadn't seen that before.
Yeah, I mean, that's new. The countdown begins, summer 2018.
Nice.
Oh, there's a little kitty down there in the bottom left. You see that?
Oh, yeah, it's adorable.
And PlayStation 4 this summer 2018.
Is he like the
That's
kitty
right.
mascot?
Pre-orders
Is
are now
he
started.
like
You
he's
guys
like the
can
one
check
like
Amazon,
really anime
Amazon.
thing that comes up?
I showed
Hey you guys, I'm your little animal sidekick to help you on your adventure. Oh, good. All right.
You always need
Tells
one of
about
those.
What it is that makes 428 so special.
I thought this was getting a little too normal. All these
add in-
real life people
You have
everywhere.
to add in the
live
weeb shit
action,
somewhere, you know?
visual novels
That's
You gotta
right.
be real people. You
unusual
gotta put
for
in a
the
cute
genre.
kitty.
You know, most visual novels kind of have a anime aesthetic, but since 428
Oh, yeah, there he is
uses
again.
Oh my God, it
Oh,
is
sick.
like
That's cool.
there he is.
Oh, that's
it's
actually really
something more
interesting.
akin to like a.
I'd never
you
heard
know,
of
TV
this.
The guy with
or
the
like a
fro.
TV drama. But
And
It's
there's
like,
the stupid
ah,
kitty. He kind of looks like he's about to.
still
Oh, I thought he was gonna
photography.
kill you, but yeah, he just kind of
Um,
fell back.
428,
oh.
428 uses a mix.
What in the
of
world?
different
This actually
styles.
looks kind of cool.
Like
Yeah, it
still
does look
footage,
really cool.
mixed with, full motion video, and for the
Yeah, it's a
still
really interesting
photography,
idea.
It uses a method that I think of as like
think I saw-
static motion, where you have a series of
Imamura, who
images-
is
Go back. Where you have a
Yeah,
series
yeah.
of images that
resident
are,
Japanese guy.
I like the images we
He
have
said
here
this is
on
an
the
excellent
screen.
game. I'm guessing he must
so
have
it's
played
like
the
there'll
original.
be,
Okay, cool.
They'll use various different effects on the screen.
Yeah, I
like
talked to
fading-
Imamura a
fade-ins,
good bit.
fade-outs,
So he's on my
like,
sponsor
different,
server
like,
now.
explosion effects or like
wasn't
zoom
sure if he'd
effects
be able
and
to
things
make
like
a
that. So even though the
But hey,
images are technically still images on the screen, it creates this illusion of movement. So there's always something going on.
Sentient Violin
like camera
asks,
pans.
can Nico remember the
The sound
Fulbright
design
guy's
is,
username?
Also very unique. It gives it
Remember?
pretty much
Oh,
gives the whole
his
game a very
username?
cinematic
I think it was
feel.
always
It's
like
basically like playing.
Bobby Fulbright.
Yeah, it's like a movie that you can kind of take at your own pace.
There's always this.
So
There's always this
it's
one guy in my
Definitely appeal
my
to
comments
fans of
that
visual novels, but also
he's
people
always
that
he's
kinda
always
want to see more of a,
portraying the a character from
down-to-earth,
Phoenix Wright
like
named
live
Bobby
action
Fulbright,
stories,
who's this
but also
really
just,
over the top guy. I don't. Did you see the
It's
most
a
recent
pretty
Council of
emotional story,
Voices?
from what I've heard.
I haven't watched it
yeah,
yet. I
actually, to
I wasn't
talk about the
100% sure
story,
if
I'd
there was
like
going
to
to be
jump
zero
over
escape
to
spoilers
some,
or not. I meant
live
to ask
gameplay
Travis or Ema about
so I
it.
can give you an idea.
But,
I actually have a
I
controller
I'm not
Don't
under the table.
think so. There's.
Yeah.
I guess there's some one slight
Oh,
maybe 999 spoiler, but
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't.
I kind of figured
So,
999 might be in there, just because I'm still kind of
428
playing it.
Shibuya
I've been way too
is
slow with
based
that
around
game.
a kidnapping case.
But
the
yeah, I just
daughter
wasn't
from a
100%
well-to-do
sure,
family
so I
is
hadn't watched it
kidnapped,
yet. I love the first three
and
though a
the,
lot. I love the Homecoming dance one.
the
That one was
criminals
really
ask
funny.
the-
But yeah, you can go
the
on to what you
sister
were
Oh,
saying too.
thank you.
to come to the
Those videos are so
Shibuya,
creative. It must take forever to edit
scramble.
it.
Particularly at Hachiko.
Yeah, this last one
Hachiko
was
Taxi,
it
which
took
is
me
like
about
this,
3 weeks. I
Yeah.
was probably went a
That
little
is
overboard.
The Hachiko
But,
series is a trademark.
but people seem to really like it, so
people like
that makes me happy.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. So
she shows up to make
you
the
pick
ransom
through
money handoff.
5
to
different
police
characters
with
here.
dragnet
What
setup.
you actually play as the guy
Yeah,
dressed
you
as a kitty.
You can play as
The
Mr.
criminal
Kitty.
shows up and he manages to evade
Yeah.
the police dragnet. So he drags the police
Yeah,
on
this is a really cool
um,
game. This
kind
looks
of wild
really
goose
cool
chase
at least.
through the city. And at the same time, the girl that
Yeah,
was supposed
seeing
to
like
make the handoff
real life people.
gets accosted
that's-
by a mysterious guy wielding
it's
a
very
revolver.
different.
So,
It's
Yeah.
like it's like
Good
the
Samaritan who's standing by,
original Mortal
what
Kombat of
happens
visual
to be everything
novels.
going down,
Yeah.
and
You know, like
saves
back
her
then
and
they
pulls
used to
her
use like
on a chase
like
to safety
real
through the city.
pictures and
So the
stuff
name
of
Shibuya Scramble is kind of
of
fun.
people when they're like fighting each other.
Scramble,
Yeah.
like the
Yeah.
scramble intersection.
Yeah, it's super cool.
But
I
also the
never,
scramble
I
that
never
happens
seen
at
that
Shibuya.
before. Yeah,
Because
like
all
the way
of
that they
it-
kind of animated it was
Murder.
really cool, like a
Not
stop
murder.
motion,
Mystery.
kind of like what he was saying.
Yeah.
yeah, it's pretty
Here
interesting.
we're starting with Aksys, or?
Yeah, we got another.
Yeah, so there's
donation.
basically
Ivy
the story
Janelle
revolves
said,
around 5
love
different
both of you
characters.
guys. Thank you so much for
There's
donating.
like 5 different stories that all
yeah,
run in
thank
parallel.
you.
Thank
So,
you.
Yeah.
Events
for
that
coming
happen
up
to
the
one
stream.
character can also affect events that
I'm not
happen
actually
in
sure
another
how
character's
long
scenario, so I'll explain a
the
little
stream
bit,
lasts.
uh,
Now that I
later
think
in the
about it, I
presentation.
think
Take a look.
I see it was probably like an
But
hour
for example,
or
we have
something.
Aksys,
But
he's basically like your
Yeah, I'm
your
not sure
general
either.
nice guy. You know, he used to be the leader of a youth gang, but now he's
Like all nice guys, right?
yeah. Well, I mean, his gang was more of like he just wanted people to like hang out and have a good time in Shibuya, but
phone really
they
quickly.
got too thuggish for him, so he kind of dropped out, and now he's like Shibuya's unofficial garbage man, where he goes around and cleans the streets of trash.
So that explains his T-shirt that he's wearing right there. It says
Wonder if
Nico
it-
on it.
I
Yeah,
guess it wouldn't
he's a real
maybe matter too
stickler
much if
for
it changes the story depending
picking
on the
up trash,
character
and if
you get.
If you litter on the street,
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're talking about him being like the trash guy.
Kano is a
I would
young
assume
detective
people would
who's
treat you
assigned to
different if you
kidnapping
played as
case,
Tama.
and
I'm
he has a
assuming
heart of gold,
is
but
Tama
his
the
head's
kitty?
in the clouds.
I assume it would be
Kind of
different to
like
play as the kitty
very
versus
Yeah.
On the other hand, he's also worried
one of
about,
the business
marrying
guy.
his
Well, people
original
react to you
fiancée.
differently being
She
dressed
has
as a
very
giant
strict
cat.
Japanese father who
no.
Nah,
won't
just
give-
every,
like,
just
he won't give
another
the
day in
daughter
Japan,
for
really.
marriage.
Just a
The
normal day.
You're considered weird if you're not dressed as a giant cat.
father hasn't given
That's when people are
Kano
weirded
the
out.
time of day, up until today, which is when all the stuff is going down.
Yeah,
the
I'm
kidnapping
wondering.
case.
So I guess it's like maybe you play through
Yep.
a
so
singular
Kano kinda has to make
story,
the decision of
but
if he wants
then
to
you're seeing it from
pursue
different
his job or if
the
he
same
wants
story
to,
from different
try to
perspectives,
pursue
or
his,
Oh
would-be
yeah,
fiancé.
yeah, that would probably make sense.
And
Yeah.
or
we
it
have
could be that like
Yorikawa,
when
who
you
is
play it,
a,
you have
rabid
choices, and it
journalist.
totally
He's
just
always
changes
chasing
how
the next hot scoop.
the story plays out for every
he gets,
time.
His day starts when he gets a sudden
Yeah, it
urgent
does look
phone
really
call
interesting,
from his
though.
former editor.
It does,
who's
yeah.
I
never
hadn't
met
heard
him
anything
in
about
depth.
it. Like you were saying,
He
it was
needs to
like
meet a
finally
possible
now on
deadline by the
PlayStation
day,
4.
or
I was
else
like,
he has
oh wait,
to,
I thought there was a new title.
Yeah, this is
money
just a
launderers
apparent.
are going for,
Whoops.
what'd you call it?
I'm not sure if you heard recently too, but I think Spike Chunsoft's making like
Yeah,
an
like the-
English
no,
branch.
they're not gonna kill
So
him in
like
university, but yeah, 'cause the
they won't
loan
have to
shark's
go
gonna
through
come and
NIS.
repossess his
I
daughter.
think for
Oh,
localization
that's
anymore.
killing him.
So,
Hey, yay!
Yeah, I was like,
leap
that's
into
pretty
action
cool
to
because that
save
could
his,
Oh,
friend.
help
that's
with.
good.
Yeah, I was like, if we do get
And,
another killing game, it'd be really nice
Seems like
to
a smart guy.
for it to go. I guess
He's-
I don't
he's,
think it'd be
he's
like
a
a
very smart dude.
simultaneous
He's
release,
another,
but
he's
I guess
fellow
something a little bit
scientist.
closer, so you don't have
fellow
to
scientist.
avoid
Yeah, wait,
spoilers
like-
for a
He's
year.
actually the
Yeah,
lead,
Like a
that's pretty
year,
cool.
researcher at
6 months or
large
something.
pharmaceutical
Yeah.
industry who's
Yeah,
focuses on
NIS did like a
viruses
good
and,
job, you know, especially compared to I guess
creating,
how
vaccines and
the
antivirals and
time in
things
between
like
like the last game, the
So he's kind
localization,
of
but
torn between
it is
his,
pretty
Yeah.
rough trying to avoid
position
spoilers in
at
the
his job and
Danganronpa
also
fandom.
his, obligation to his family.
Yes, it definitely is.
yeah.
It's like voting landmines. They're like, oh god, you're afraid to
Yeah.
look up any videos or anything
Tama,
regarding
who,
Danganronpa because
basically
you're afraid they're
what
going to show up in
you
your
see, it's
recommended
a
or
girl
something.
who lost her
Yeah,
memory
yeah. I was like
and
I
found
told you
herself
that
stuck
video
inside of
blocker
this
thing I
animal
had. I mean,
mascot.
that saved me. I feel
I mean,
like.
that's a good life.
Yeah,
I
but
would
I
be
mean,
okay with it.
she doesn't quite know how she ended up here, what's going on. So
Kitty.
she's kind of
Cute.
going along with the
Like
flow
his little
until
outfit too.
she, you know.
I'm wondering if people see
begins
him
to
as an
learn
actual
and find
cat
out
or if it's just
who
like,
she is and where
Just a
she's
normal day
supposed
in
to be.
Japan.
yeah,
So the game.
Yeah, I don't
itself-
know.
Wow, there's a lot.
It's a
of
really
stuff.
diesel cat.
Yeah, so the game takes place over a 10-hour period.
Wow. Oh wow, look at all
in
that.
Shibuya. Each chapter of the game is broken down into a 1-hour time
Takes
block,
over
and within each 1-hour time block,
10-hour period.
these are
Okay.
further broken down
Okay.
into 5-minute segments.
Oh yeah,
And,
kind of reminds me of like 24 with like the
Pretty common
time.
in video games.
Yeah.
You can
Did,
move back and
did,
forth through time.
did.
But in this title, you can also move sideways through time.
Oh wow.
24
It's-
visual
it's
novel.
Asian Jack
each
Bauer.
character's
Oh,
stories
God.
are broken down into 5-minute segments, so you can see what each character is doing at the exact same
Same
time
hour.
in different parts throughout the day.
Okay, we had a
So,
Captain
a
Cinnamon
decision
Bun
that you
donated
make for
$2
one
and said anything
character
that Spike
can have
Chunsoft touches
disastrous
turns to gold.
consequences
Most of
for
the time,
another
anyways.
character.
Also, I just subbed to this
That's-
channel
Well,
yesterday,
let's
so I'm
give
excited
an
to see more of your
Uh,
content and
yeah,
memes in the
so,
future.
okay,
Thank you
let's
so
say,
much. I appreciate
okay.
it. And yeah,
let's
Spike has a
just
lot
dump
of
it
Yakuza
out.
looking guys.
Yeah, some Yakuza looking guys. Very
Captain
That's
good.
Cinnamon, that's
the
another
feature
regular
right
commenter. He's like
So let's
he's
jump into Aksys' scenario.
almost always one of the top comments of my
Yeah, I
my
think I've
video.
seen him
Gets
in your
approached by these
comment
two,
section
Yakuza
whenever I
looking
go to like
thugs. A or
the
B
comments
guys.
section. I think I've
So,
recognized
they
the
ask him
name
for
too.
directions.
Yeah.
He's always one of the top
You know,
people.
you could do the smart thing and
Then
tell them to
JD
screw
donated
up and go the other way.
Nico
or,
and Weeby News together.
Aksys is a nice
I didn't
guy,
know
so
I
maybe
needed
he's
this
gonna help
until
him out
now.
and give him direction to the location
Thank you
that
so
they're
much for
looking
the donation.
And I want to play Achi
Appreciate it.
being
And
a
yeah,
nice
this is
guy,
cool. It's
so
really nice
I'll
getting
just
to
be
talk
like,
to
oh,
you.
He's a
yeah.
nice guy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
having a lot of fun.
Yeah, same here. I kind of felt like we had like the same
So,
sense of
but, you know,
humor, and
sometimes
watching
being
like
a
your
nice
Let's
guy,
Plays and stuff too. I
doesn't
feel
always
like for the
pay
most
off.
part we
Oh,
have
no.
pretty similar
So here we made the
opinions
choice
on
where we,
things.
you know,
I guess
told
probably
Aksys
the
bugs
main
how to get to
difference
where they needed
was
to go.
I guess like in Danganronpa 2,
The
I like
impact
loved
of that might not be
Kameda
immediate,
or
but
Kameda.
let's
Yeah,
use
I
the
will say
scenario,
Kameda has grown
within the same
Yeah.
block.
as time has gone on. So I don't like I don't like him with a
So,
rabid passion
part of
now or
Thomas' struggle
anything.
is that
Honestly,
she's
And
though,
I also
I
I love
part-time
voicing
job,
him. I mean,
Yeah, I
in
loved
order
you
to
shitting on him,
buy
honestly. I thought it was
an
the
item that
funniest
she thinks is
thing.
related to her past.
Even
If
though I
she
loved him, I
gets
just
money
thought
for
it
this
was so
job to buy this
funny.
item, then it'll kind of help her gain her memories back.
I know he's.
So,
I
even
mean,
though
he
she's
was
kind of working
he
with,
was a
like, a real,
very
uh,
interesting and
dodgy guy, kind of like handing off.
I don't know,
this,
but also
like,
disturbed
bonus salary,
character.
and she
Yeah,
has to
yeah,
stick to her
yeah. He
guns
was
to work through her
very,
job
very
in order to
interesting.
get paid.
But yeah,
I love all her
I really loved
expressions. She's, like,
Kameda was
constantly
my
holding her head
originally my
and
favorite
around.
character in the series, but I do think
So
Oma
jumping a little bit
surpassed
further ahead
him
in her,
pretty
scenario,
greatly after my analysis
they're waiting
on him
for her
too.
boss to show up
As
and,
probably my
explain to
favorite
them,
character in the
what's going on
series.
with today's
He's
Oh,
just
these
so
are
much
diet
to think
drinks.
about
Yep.
and like to talk about. And there's a lot with Kameda too, but I feel like once you kind of
unfortunately, right
get
before her boss is supposed to
kind of I guess figure out
arrive.
the cycle he sort of goes in, it kind of explains everything. With Kokichi, I felt like you kind of see like a clear path, but there was still just so many like
we find that
conflicting things
the,
he did
uh,
that like
the
I don't
Yakuza
know.
guy.
It's really
Or the
interesting to kind of like
Yakuza-looking
break down.
the
guy.
Yakuza looking guy.
And understand.
So, like Achi,
Yeah,
being a nice guy,
absolutely.
inadvertently led the Yakuza straight to
Someone in the
Thomas'
comments.
boss.
Oh, no.
K Mayday's lie, isn't it?
Came Mayday's life.
So, long story short,
I don't know why I always have the gun.
yep.
I used to
Definitely
Gonto
Yakuza.
saying that, but it was Kokichi that actually said
Oh,
that. I don't know why
yeah.
I always go to the Gonto voice though.
Oh man. Did you see any of the backlash or like I guess whatever happened when people thought it was Bryce voicing Kokichi?
Oh, no.
I don't know if you got like a
Good
taste
question.
of
I'm actually gonna
that,
get
but
paid
people
for this
got
gig.
so mad when they heard that
Probably
line.
not,
Everybody
so-
thought it was
Oh, I
like
see.
Bryce was voicing him.
Oh, was voicing Kokichi?
Yeah, yeah. It was like a
Yep.
not everybody got
Hard,
mad, but like
hard,
a lot of
hard,
people
hard.
were like, "Why is Bryce voicing
Shit to Bryce?
Kokichi?" Yeah, yeah. I thought actually liked Bryce as a Kameda. I thought he did a good
Where's
job.
Abutama?
Oh yeah, I thought he was
kinda
great.
leads her SOL.
He's
I
he's
mean,
really good.
She doesn't have.
He's also a really good
She doesn't
support. I remember he
absolutely
actually
no money.
Oh no.
So
one of my fans actually went over and asked him to
because
say
Aksys
like
had to do the right thing.
some of the
Oh.
stuff that I have Kameda
What a
say,
horrible person,
where
actually.
like one where he goes.
This
He's
is
like,
gonna be
"Hi,
streamed
I'm
live
Nagito
on the game.
Kameda.
You
My
guys
ultimate
have
talent, my talent is
multiple
ultimate
over
bullshit,
feedback.
and I love bagels."
So-
Oh my god.
He actually- and he said that,
The idea is
and I
that,
like the guy the person
since
said,
we reached a
I
bad
bet
ending
I
with
bet
the
Bryce
character,
Papenbrook, and I
then
recorded
you
this
go
for
back
you,
to
and I was like,
timeline
"Oh
and
my
go
god!" And I
That's
posted
the
a tweet of
greatest
it.
thing.
It
Please
was-
send me that.
Yes. So now that we understand
I think I
what
saw
we
the
did
one you
wrong,
posted
we can
though,
go back and make the right decision,
of Korekio on Twitter,
which in this
where
case,
Yes,
yeah,
yes.
yeah, that was
go
great.
in the bogus direction, so they go in the other direction.
Yes, that was another.
Korekio,
The Picky
Heroic
Penguins
Daddy.
do work, and I'm like, "Oh, this just sent me this glorious stuff." So good.
That is so cool.
So it really is.
Hey, we
a
gotta
It was actually at first I didn't even realize that was the original voice actor. I'm like, "Oh, this guy has a really good Korekio voice."
Yes.
Oh,
Wait.
wait a second.
Device to make
I
it.
think, what was
Because
it,
even the
Todd
bad endings
Capricorn?
can
I
kinda
like
reveal something new
Todd
about the game.
Capricorn.
Yeah,
He did a really good
yeah.
job, yeah.
certain,
Yeah,
errors
I
of
liked him. He
foreshadowing
played
reveal the
Ling
bad
in
endings,
Fullmetal Alchemist
and some of the
Brotherhood.
endings are also
I really
just,
liked it.
like,
That was probably one of my
kind of
favorite
like
characters from the
non-canon gag
anime.
endings.
So I kind of, I guess, know him
God,
the
those
best
are
from
the
there.
best,
But
right?
I feel like
yeah,
there's
it's
some other
definitely worth
roles
your
that he's
time to
done
kind
that
of,
I've been like really
search
impressed
through
by.
and,
I guess like
purposely make
I don't
bad
know.
I know we end up
decisions
getting a lot of
about
like
all
the same
the,
voice actors in a lot of these games, but
you can
honestly,
Well, I think
Good.
we're gonna get a
So-
question from chat for our localization director.
at least they
Dana.
all sort of tend to be.
If you can jump back to the
So-
presentation.
We got a couple more donations. Sorry, guys.
So, question
Trying to
from
go through
chat.
them.
I'd
I
like to
got
get
Best
the
Villain
idea
said,
for
"Hey
this
Weibo
game,"
News,"
or,
and
like, what was the
Nico
idea
Bizzle
behind it,
just popping in
rather?
to say hi.
So
Watched
actually,
both this. I'm watching both this
428 is
and
part of
Blaze's
a
stream at
long
the same
heritage of
time.
games
Looking
called,
forward to see you
sound novels.
playing my fan
That's
game.
kind of how we
Also,
brand
may or
them
may
in
not
Japan to
be in the
separate
progress of
them from
making a
normal
Nico
visual
fan
novels.
game.
Visual
Oh,
novel,
that's
so
cool.
what makes it
Yeah,
sound
Best
Hey!
Villain.
well,
He
the
makes.
first sound
He
novel
made a
game
fan
was
game for
called- it was
me
released on Super
and for
Nintendo. It's
my
called
friend
Maitachi no Yoru,
Super High School Level
which
Blaze
was
too.
released in
They're
the
really
West,
fun. They're really cool
on
too.
the
So
cell phones
yeah, that'd be
only.
awesome.
It was Banshee's Last Call.
He
Or
made one
Banshee's Last Cry,
recently
excuse me.
about me and Blaze too.
And
I
it
gotta
has a
play
similar
that
idea
one,
where it's like,
pretty soon. Then Sentient Violence
as
said
opposed to a
Junpei
visual
or
novel just kind
Sigma.
of based on anime aesthetics.
I don't
this
know if I
we
actually
used,
know
like,
Sigma. Sigma's from, I guess, Virtue's
kinda
Last
more like
Reward,
a-
maybe?
Yeah, that's Virtue's
Yeah.
Last
Based-
Reward.
So I gotta say Junpei.
The story was more like
I'm
of
probably
a,
butchering
like
that
a
name.
traditional murder mystery, and the sound design was
No,
also
Junpei,
very
yeah,
true to
that's-
the
oh, you
time,
got
so
it.
kinda gave it a
Oh,
cinematic
cool.
Yeah,
feel.
Junpei's funny. He's really funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like
I like Sigma's pretty hilarious too, though.
When they moved on
I
to
don't
the
know.
next generation of hardware, they released a game.
I wasn't
called
crazy about how
Moxie,
they handled
which,
Junpei in the
literally means,
third
like,
game.
city.
I thought they made
Oh,
it a
yeah.
little
It's
too
like-
like they sort of
basically,
changed his
Forge Away
personality
from,
a
like,
little
10 years
bit.
ago.
I won't spoil anything for you.
Actuators came out in 2008.
But
maybe,
I like
Moxie came out,
Sigma.
like, 10 years
The original
previous to
Sigma
that
was actually
for the,
voiced by Troy
for
Baker.
the
I
Sega
think
Saturn, and it's the same
they
idea
bring
where
it
it's
back
like
in 3,
they
but
wanna
he's
do
voiced
kind
by
of a more
Matthew
mature
Mercer in
story.
that game, I think.
Okay.
Which is
with
you know
the
the Troy Baker
so,
sound alike,
you know,
pretty
using
much.
live action footage as opposed to
That's
anime
cool.
aesthetics
I'm looking
kind of
forward to
allows you
finishing
do,
Zero
something different.
Escape.
Right, and I definitely think it pulls people who are fans of Japanese
Now that I guess I have more time to
movies
kind of
and
do so
Japanese
too.
live
I really
actions
enjoyed
into
999
the video game
a
visual
lot.
novel world as
I'm
well.
just a little slow.
Yeah,
at
I
streaming it.
absolutely recommend
both
it.
fans, because if
Yeah.
you like serious stories,
I think
there's a
Virtue's
lot
Last
to,
Reward was
get from
out of the
Forge Away,
trilogy
if
was
you
probably my
enjoy
favorite.
I feel like
kind of
most
like
people I've talked
Japanese
to have said
aesthetics
Virtue's
and-
Last Reward
yeah.
or 999.
So
I
the
felt
game-
like I kind of heard there was more
The game has a
controversy
very,
with Zero
unique
Time
sense of
Dilemma.
humor, like,
I don't really know, I guess, like what it
It's-
is, but
it's like a very serious
just-
situation.
yeah, it
where,
seemed
like,
like
Yeah,
it
I
was
mean,
like
I won't
something,
spoil anything,
there's a
but it
violent
was.
plot in Shibuya.
I mean, it's
But
it's
there's
not
also a lot of
bad. All right, it's not like
all
a
the characters
bad
kind of
game.
play with a straight
There are
face.
just some moments
So
of
it's almost kind of like a very
like
British
not the best
style,
writing,
like,
but it
surreal,
does have some really good twists,
you know, like
and
very
they're still
understated humor,
fun to
so-
be had. It's not like
Yeah.
like I
Awesome.
wouldn't
I'm
say
really
don't
looking
play
forward
it.
to
No,
it.
just
Yeah.
Play the whole
if
game.
you go through
But,
the
Fortune
the second
Rate
game,
for,
definitely play the
PlayStation
third one
4
just to see how it
and
ends.
this summer
Mhm,
2018.
yeah.
Yes.
Thanks to
Okay, yeah, I was, I guess, a
Actually,
little
one
bit
thing I wanted to
nervous
mention,
about it just because,
before we move
yeah,
on
it's like I'd
was
heard so
about
many
the,
good things to the first
the,
two games, but it seemed like there was so much
localization.
controversy with the third one. I was
with a
like,
company called,
that kind of stinks that
Kaiju
it might
Productions.
end, I guess, on like not as good of a note.
And the
But
lead editor for
a lot
the
of people
project
still really
is
love the
a
series
guy
anyway,
named,
so
Alexo
I'm sure
Smith,
it'll be worth it.
Alexander
And
Smith.
yeah, like you said, still
And
like
some
some
people
fun
might
to be had.
recognize his name from
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
a
a lot of
did the Phoenix
a lot of
series
memes
and,
came
like,
from
A lot
the
of
third
memes.
game.
It's
Yeah.
always the best.
And, you know, he is really
Then Silver
he's a true
Kogaku said,
wordsmith.
"Mr.
He's really
Kitty,
good at,
Mr. Kitty, best character."
kind of like,
Hell yeah,
Yes,
working
Mr.
with-
Kitty.
hell
like, the
yeah.
quirky
Always the
Japanese
best character
language
in
and, like,
every
making
game
those
he's
puns
in.
and putting them into English
Then
in a way
Karen
that
asked that,
is,
"Hey, Weeby and Nico
hilarious
love
for
both.
American
Love you
audiences
both. You're
as well,
both
so-
why
And that's
I
really
love
important
DR."
for localization companies,
I was like,
honestly.
"Oh, that's sweet."
Oh,
So,
thank
I
you.
mean, there's a very strong English script within Forge
And yeah, I know I've told you this, but I guess a lot of people don't know that your channel was what got me into Danganronpa in the first place.
Oh,
I'm a bit
Yeah,
biased
that's
Thank
really
you.
cool.
but
Yeah.
glad.
it's
I
pretty hilarious, and
I
think
actually
you'll
still
kind of,
remember the conversation that I had with
protagonists
one of my
are all kind of
RPG
have very
maker
different
friends,
motivations.
and
Like,
she was
you'll
the one
find
who
one to
was
latch
like
onto that kind of,
convinced
like,
me to play Danganronpa. They're like, there's
that you
this
have
game
in
called
minimal
Danganronpa. They
time.
just came out with a
You can
fan
kind of
translation. This is
dedicate
before the
to,
official release.
the
Yeah,
story.
yeah.
Well, I'm
They were like,
definitely
oh, you should
already
totally check
related
it out. I'm
to
like,
Danganronpa.
I don't know if it'll
Stuck
be
in a
good or
classroom
not. And
my
like,
entire
but
life, so.
I checked it out, and I'm so
Well,
glad I
I'm
did.
also
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, I
you're very
know,
much
right? It's
welcome,
crazy
Dave.
how
Thank
that
you for wearing
happens.
this lab coat for me.
But yeah, it was so cool.
Well,
Like
speaking
came
of
through
lab
your
coats,
channel so randomly
see
too.
that
I
next
just was
segue?
kind of wanting to
Then
rewatch some scenes from
we
like the
have
World Ends with You, and then I
Steins Gate
ran into your
Elite
playthrough, and I was like,
trailer.
"Oh, this guy does the
Great to see you
voices. Like
guys.
that's pretty
Steins
cool.
Gate
Like
Elite is
I'll just watch the whole
coming
game
for
over again." And I
Nintendo
like
Switch,
loved your sense of humor
PlayStation
and
4,
stuff, and so
and Steam.
yeah, I just looked at like your
Oh,
top
thank
3 Let's
you.
Plays from then, and I saw Danganronpa, and I was like, "Oh, this looks pretty cool." And yeah, it was cool that I remember you saying that like you were playing the emulated version, so I like downloaded it and played it. Would kind of like watch your reactions while I was playing it.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, thank you.
Yeah, no
Thank you.
problem. Thanks for making all these great videos. Oh, it looks like a
Yeah,
Steins Gate's going on
absolutely.
too. I think it was coming on.
What?
Just kind of went
Oh,
dark.
they thought about it.
And-
Uh-oh. They're
Yeah.
having technical difficulties.
Oh, yeah, maybe. But yeah, thanks for making such great videos.
Oh, yeah, thank
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
I'm glad, so I don't know, I'm glad you guys really enjoy it, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad, it's always nice, I like hearing people be like, I got into Danganronpa or something because of you or something, like, oh, good. Good to know. My life is the only one that's ruined from this game.
Pretty much. I only have like 130 videos on it, so I'd say my life is pretty much ruined.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm all in now.
It's
There's
pretty
no,
much over.
There's no escape.
Despair has caught up with me.
That's right.
Not me. So,
Let's see, we got a couple of other
this is
donations.
Team
I've
Irish
gone
Oh yeah, I
through.
see a donation from Ananiers. That's another one of my.
Yeah, I think
we're
I recognize nice and from both of our comment sections.
He's made a lot of fan art for me too.
Oh,
Good
cool.
guy.
That's awesome.
Today, I'd like to introduce our
He
latest
said, I
title,
never thought I would see you two together. I actually got spoiled searching for a
Since the
Shuichi
first game was
reference
released in
for
2009,
a drawing and
we
got
have
the
now
Samugi
enjoyed 10
spoiler.
years
Oh,
of
that
loving
sucks.
support from the
I should
many
really
fans
finish
Aw,
playing
bummer.
GLR.
And this
Oh,
year,
yeah, that
with the
sucks.
help
You
of our
really
partners
have to
like
be
Chunsoft,
careful
we will be
with
releasing new titles in the West,
Danganronpa
like the
spoilers.
latest
You
game
can't
of the
even
series,
like think
Stan's Gate.
about.
I know it's like you might think some character is like they're fine. I can look up anything about them, but then they'll be like, oh wait, there's their dead body, or
Yeah,
oh wait, there's
yeah.
them going crazy.
Where it's like even if you like begin to
Also,
type their name
bonus
into
content will
Google,
be
you'll
made
probably
available
get
for each
like
person.
Chihiro Fujisaki dead,
Nintendo Switch version,
death,
and
Yes.
8-bit version
Oh,
of
man.
Stan's
And
Gate
then
made with
Shades
this
of Near
question in mind.
said, are you both
What if
interested
Stan's
in
Gate
Zenki
existed
Zero
in the
as the
80s?
Danganronpa team seems to be behind
And
it
for the
too?
PlayStation 4
Yeah,
and
that's
Steam
probably the game I'm the
versions,
most interested
fans will
in
have
hearing
access
more
to
about
Stan's Gate linear
from
bonded
this.
pentagram,
Since I
which
saw
is made
like
up of 10 total
one of the
scenarios for
trailers
various
for it
characters.
kind of recently. I think it came
Details on
out.
how to obtain
Maybe
the
I think you
DLC
said it
will
came
be
out like a
coming
couple
soon.
months ago.
I'm looking forward to seeing how they will be received by our
Oh,
fans.
which game?
The Zenki Zero trailer that we were talking about earlier.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, yeah.
The last straw I saw came back out in
the future.
like September or
Thank you
something.
very much for your
crap.
continued support.
Oh no.
Now, please
Uh-oh.
enjoy the new Stan's Gate trailer.
Whoops.
That didn't sound good.
So
It's okay.
I figured out why the trailer didn't work.
I think we're good.
It's
Stream's
because
still
I
going,
said start
probably.
trailer, but we needed to have Chiyomaru's comment read.
You didn't spill something, did
and
you?
now we can start the trailer.
Yeah, it was just like my one of my external hard drives fell down.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't think it actually unplugged though, so I think we're still good.
Stan's Gate Elite remastered and fully animated.
Oh wow.
Oh, nice.
Interesting.
This looks like they combined bits from the actual anime into the visual novel. Oh, now their
Okay.
mouths actually moved too.
Interesting. Okay, cool. I really should play Steins Gate Zero. I wonder, they have like
It is-
Oh, did you,
Oh, have you played you've seen the original Steins Gate, right? So
I've
you
seen
saw
the
the
anime,
TV
yeah.
show.
Yeah, I guess
That was great, wasn't it?
Yeah, the anime was really great. I feel like I should play the visual novel too because I was looking at your Let's Play and like I saw it was super duper long, so I was like, man, I feel like I probably missed out on a lot.
I mean, it is.
Yeah.
It was. Definitely, probably goes into a bit more detail, but it's very good. I love Miuri. She's so
Oh
cute.
no, yeah. That ending like made me cry.
I know. Oh my God, that like broke my soul.
Sad. I was like, I want to play Zero kind of now just to see what happens. 'Cause I wasn't really 100% sure, I guess, how the anime correlated with the game. But that was probably one of my favorite anime series I had watched, at least that year. I was like, I really should get into the
All right,
visual
you got
novels
me.
for it.
Steins Gate Elite coming.
That's cool though.
Yeah,
for
that's a cool
Nintendo
idea.
Switch,
You gotta, like,
PlayStation
it's just
4,
like, yeah,
and Steam.
the best
But
version. Oh my
that's
God,
not
these
all.
two little dorks.
I have
Wait,
a
what?
Details about the game?
presentation to show you even more. of
The-
what we're
just
doing
the guy and the
during
girl
whole
here, they're both like posed for the
Oh,
camera,
yeah.
like
Steins Gate,
Oh yeah, you did say he was
users
like
and
probably
us being
cosplaying
the
as
publishers.
Okabe. That's how you
Yeah,
say his name.
yeah,
right?
absolutely.
What this actually is a science
I think-
series, as we mentioned earlier.
maybe
with
is
the
she
Shimada
cosplaying
comic.
as one of the
It
characters
was
too?
created by Shimada Shikura-san.
Can't
I'm
tell.
not
And
sure.
it's
She's
second
probably
installment
she
in
might
the
be
whole
cosplaying as
Science
somebody else,
Adventure
honestly.
series. First released
Maybe like
in 2009.
from one of the other games,
Essentially
possibly.
revolving around
Oh, maybe so.
Maybe
Comedy
she's one of the
model.
Zenki.
this guy who wears a lab
Zenki
coat.
Zero
I
character?
don't really
Actually,
know
more
why.
like this guy.
Since that's kind of
I
like
don't
the
know
other
why
big
people wear
game.
lab coats in
I love
broad
I do
daylight,
love
but
Okabe. I feel like
they
he
can
reminds me a
feel
lot
like
of
mad
Gundam.
scientist,
He's got that like
I'm sure.
Chuna,
And so-
Oh,
what is
I
it, like
know.
the Chunio
Going
kind of
Toma
personality.
Thompson
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think that's how you say it.
Of Okabe, who accidentally built a time machine
Let
with
me go
a
through the other
microwave and
donations
a
too.
cell phone.
Madison Hogan
And
said, "Hi
things
guys,
get
love the stream and the
spin out of
collab. Thank
control from
you."
there,
Yeah, I've had a
and they
great
get
time.
caught
It's been
in
really great talking to you.
Global conspiracy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
Essentially,
it's been a lot of fun.
it's up
I
to
had
them
never
to save
seen
the
you
world
like do a stream
for World War
collab
III.
before too. So it's really cool that you decided to.
My first one in a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mayuri, and Kurisu.
The last one I did was, I think, with Cryotic, and that was like
Yeah.
5 years ago.
Oh wow! I thought I remember you saying that you had done a stream with him when we had talked before on a Discord.
Of the original anime.
That's
Yeah,
cool that you
I
know him too.
As well as newly.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly, I haven't spoken to him in time, but I mean, I really, he just reached out to me and asked if I wanted to be a guest. I was on 2 of his streams.
Okay.
And yeah, the second one I came on, I kind of, I think about that and I cringe when I think about this, the last stream, because PewDiePie got invited on, and like I got a little starstruck, so I got kind of nervous, and I was like, I don't know.
I probably would
just
too,
like,
honestly. I can't
I was like,
believe
oh
it.
my god!
It's hard not to. I felt like even the first time I guess like I talked to you, I was like, when you came into like the Discord chat, it was just like all caps.
Oh no, you definitely don't need to feel that way around me. I really do not need to feel that way.
What if Steingate was
I'm very much a non-judgmental person, so.
And as I said, we'll be available for Nintendo Switch.
I'm happy. I'm happy though. Yeah, it's been
Pre-order now.
really cool. It's been really chill.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and Sentient Violent.
sorry.
You have to do it. You have to do it.
I'm so off cue.
I think I kind of like. I don't know.
you're on
I might
cue
like
for the next
NicoB the best.
Trailer.
He's just so
Yeah.
funny.
I do. I really like him too.
Spoilers.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I
So
feel
a
like
lot of
everything
people
he
are probably
does
wondering,
is
like, what other major
out of,
titles are you guys gonna be
I don't know,
doing
like
over?
sort of love for his friends, and
because,
you know,
for
I mean,
me,
like his
I'm
whole
a PC
Hyoin
guy,
Kyoma
so I wanna bring over
persona
new
was
titles over as soon
done
as
up to
possible. So some
sort of
major titles that were released in the West.
Yuri, you know,
made
when
it
she
over
was
onto,
like the death of her
PC
grandmother, right?
platforms
Yeah.
Well, he's
yeah.
like, I'm gonna
running
kidnap
that,
you
and the
and
first project that I have lined up
because I'm a mad
is in the
scientist or
next
whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And that made her, you know, feel so much better. And you know, oh, I guess I don't have a choice. I can't just give up on life now. And
Yeah.
I don't know. I just thought that was really cute.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I find like characters like that really endearing in general. I feel like when they kind of have that like persona of like, I'm so evil like Gundam or Okabe, when they're actually just
Right.
really sweet deep down inside. Oh, it looks like we do have like another trailer of some sort right now.
Oh, yep, that's Steins Gate Zero.
Oh, okay. You haven't played it yet, right?
I have not,
Yeah.
but I'm sure I will at some point.
Yeah, I bet it is really sad. That ending was, yeah.
I know, it's like,
Oh god, I hate that
I looked, I was
ending.
like, I don't know if I want to do, I don't know if I want to like subject myself to this, but everyone says it is quite good, and there's still like light parts to it that make it
Okay.
not all like a big
Yeah.
pain train.
Well, me just like crying for 40.
Yeah,
40 videos.
And I'm like, I'm saying that.
Steins Gate Zero has actually already been released for PlayStation 4 and
And
Vita,
then
but
Miles
this is the first time
Sakari,
coming to PC.
which yeah, I know Miles. Thanks so
And
much
it's
for
actually
coming to the
good timing
stream. I hope
because
that
the anime
Oh, he said he's stuck at work.
Hey,
but
Miles.
he's us our best. Thanks so
seems
much
like
for
April 13th
coming
or
out
so.
and donating.
Awesome.
But,
Yeah, Miles is cool. I talked
Yeah,
to him
but
on
like
Discord
seriously,
again.
guys, like
Yeah, Miles is one of my
reply, I'm kinda
moderators.
slow.
Finish the original
Yeah,
Steins
yeah,
Gate.
yeah.
Don't do it.
Don't do Steins Gate Zero
It is
because it
really
is like
sweet.
truly a sequel.
Minecraft and more donated $5 and said,
In
"Hey
the worst
Nico,
way
I'm
possible,
glad I
maybe
found
the
you
best way
through Ghost
possible.
Tricks.
It
Got me into
follows
the
the
series,
path of one of the
Danganronpa,
bad
Persona,
endings
and
where it
Yakuza.
assumes that
Hope you do well in the future."
the main character.
Hey, thanks,
Okabe,
man. I
Yeah.
appreciate
not
that.
able to save the person that he was setting out to. So, as some people in chat pointed out, yeah, it's definitely a visit to the darkest
dark-
world.
the dark-
You liked Yakuza pretty
it's
well,
pretty heavy
right?
story, but
I did.
it kinda shows
I kind of went into it thinking, I'm like, because I had so many people
mature
request
side
that
of the
series
characters that
too,
we
and I was
normally
like,
don't
I'm like, this doesn't
And it
seem like
also
a
introduces
series that'd be
some,
very
new
good for me.
characters that
Mm-hmm.
people
But I
that
was
just
so
don't
wrong, and
exist in
it
the
was
series. So
excellent.
kind
It
of
was
fills in
really
some
really
gaps in the
good.
story.
Yeah,
I'm
I've heard
totally
a
on
lot
board
of
now
good
with the.
things. Yeah, I've heard a lot of good things about it.
Speaking of treats, our friends at Mages.
It's one of my
were very
moderators.
happy
He like loves
to supply you
Yakuza, so he's
guys
been
with
trying to
giveaways.
talk
That's
me into
right. You
playing
didn't
it.
forget
I was like, at the
about
very
that.
least,
We
I wanted
have
to
here,
watch your Let's Play of it.
exclusive Steins Gate Elite shirts.
It was
Mighty.
really good. I kind of thought it would be like a Japanese like Grand Theft Auto or something, because that's
Yeah.
kind of like
So
the vibe I was
if you
getting.
want
But
to see
no,
it,
it's
who's best girl?
it's something else
Mayuri
its
or
own,
Kurisu?
and it's
Go.
just excellent. It's got really
I was actually
top-notch
wondering
voice actors too.
which
Japanese
cat
voice
is more
actors.
popular.
They're all just so good.
I think you're asking the wrong question.
Yeah.
Because
I think I watched a little bit of the
Because
first video,
we've
and I noticed that
got
it was like
even
all the
more giveaway
Japanese
items
voice acting. I'm still like ADD.
I'll give
I'm
you
always like
Ian
doing
Kuzu
stuff when I
keychains
listen
as
to
well.
videos.
So
So I kept
we
having to
have-
kind of like read the subtitles.
Oh, no, yeah,
Please check it
totally.
out. I'm just gonna
Feel that
go up
way.
and show
Yeah,
you
I
guys
do the same
exactly
thing.
what it looks like.
Oh, look, they got this merch,
Aw,
baby.
cute.
Steins Gate merch.
That is too
Aw,
close.
it's adorable.
But very awesome. So
I see.
we'll
Yep.
have a free giveaway.
We got Miuri and
given for
Carissa
these,
there.
as well
Yeah.
as the Steins Gate Elite T-shirt, and this is a large, so it will fit
That's
you
pretty
when
cool.
you wear your
I
last
actually
coat.
play Science
so
Gate
we'll be,
Elite.
we'll
Since
be,
I haven't
we'll be
really
choosing
played like
3
the
winners
first
total
one.
then?
It might be kind of cool with like the anime elements.
Yeah,
too.
absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah,
kind of like the
winners
HD remix.
total. Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Oh, I guess
Next,
Let's Play. Although I guess
for all of
it would
you-
it would be very long. I guess that's the only thing.
Yeah,
Is
yeah.
that it would be
Really
very
long.
very long.
Special guests in
Yeah,
the
I
house
kind of
today.
doubt I would do it in a Let's
Please
Play just
welcome
because I'd already seen the
Yoshinori
anime too, so
Kitasawa.
it's not like my reactions would be, I guess.
Right.
Probably be more so like.
Still is
I remember
essentially the
crying
same
when
as
I
the
watched
anime.
this scene before.
Welcome to our live
Yes.
Oh yeah.
よろしくお願いします。
します。
それは何のコスプ
Oh,
レですか
Yoshiniro Terasawa.
これ
Oh,
は
it's Terasawa.
Cool. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
クリス。
He's cosplaying as Christina from
Oh,
Steins Gate Elite.
He's the producer.
Yeah,
I've seen so many interviews with him
And I'm cosplaying
when
as
I'm making videos.
Oh, he's got a
from
Monaco
Zanki
picture on.
Zero.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes,
He's a really
beginning.
big
The Monaco.
part of like the Danganronpa team.
Thank you very much.
ありがとうございます。
I think a lot of people might actually be seeing this character for
Oh,
the first
okay,
time.
here we
Oh
go.
yes, that's true.
I guess
Good thing we can talk about it
he
right now.
helped make the
Zanki
Zanki Zero
Last
game?
Beginning, coming out for
Yeah. They're talking about
PlayStation 4
Zinky Zero.
and Steam, and Zen is one of many characters.
Oh yeah,
there's
she
a
did say. I
party
guess
of
she's
8,
cosplaying
and Zen
I
is
think.
one of the 7 deadly sins
since she was like pointing at
of
herself.
wrath, and that's actually one of his,
yeah.
of his
Yeah. Okay, cool.
character models. So
Oh,
they're very expressive characters. So I was really happy and excited to prepare this cosplay
Give
for
my
the
laptop.
stream. And
Gaming 20
Terasawa-san
donated
actually was the one
$2
that gave me
and
this
said,
towel.
I love both
So
your
thank you so
channels.
much for that.
Heart.
You
Also,
completed
Nico
my cosplay.
Bloodborne question mark.
So why don't we take a look at the trailer so we can see the
Yeah,
characters
you
in
Oh.
can see Zen himself. Go, let's do it.
Oh yeah. I actually time. But
you
I
kinda
just
went
I did
out
it
for a
myself.
second.
Oh, my audio went out.
Yeah, yeah.
It's my end, honestly. I don't think it's you. But I actually played Bloodborne myself.
On your own time.
Yeah, but just by myself. Actually, it was a few months back. Oh, here it says Zinky's
Okay,
Zero.
cool. Yeah.
Looks like one of these girls here is like, they just got a prosthetic leg,
Okay.
and that has to do with Doctor of Greed, Force of Lust, the 7 deadly sins.
Interesting. I like the 3D models. They look good.
And it looks like there's like RPG mechanics or something to it as well.
Yeah, yeah. That's interesting.
And then I was like, wait, and then she's like, what's that, a demon hand? It's the same trailer that I saw.
What is this? Yeah.
A while
Okay,
back.
cool.
I was like, what is going on?
Yeah, I think I just saw the Japanese version, so I wasn't really 100% sure what was going on. I was like, okay, cool. Looks nice. It's nice to see it translated for sure.
Well, it made it sound like we die and we die and we die. It makes me think like they killed and then reborn again.
Yeah, maybe.
So like continually like
Yeah, yeah, because it
Extinction.
has like the infinity symbol in there too. So yeah, I think that. I
Yeah,
think that's probably
yeah.
what it's going
The last
for.
Zanki
beginning.
Zero, Last beginning. Coming
It is
soon
cool. It's
for
nice to see
PlayStation 4
Team Danganronpa
and
doing
Steam.
something different
So
too.
Terasawa-san, I hear you prepared
Yeah.
a presentation for us.
今回はプレゼンテーション
cool.
用意していただいたということ
Trying to
です
come up with like a different title,
じゃ
or
あ
like a
もう
new
早速資料
title.
を
Okay, let's show you the presentation then.
はい、
Let's do it.
はいということで、残機ゼロラストビギニングということで、プレゼンというかプレゼンテーションをさせていただきます。
So today we'll be showing you a presentation for Zanki Zero, Last Beginning.
Oh,
はい、
Looks
残
like
機
I'm
ゼ
actually
ロの
play
世
through
界
some of
は
the
です
game
ね
now.
人類が滅
Sorry
亡
guys,
して
let's
し
go
ま
back
っ
to
た
donations
後
in
の
a
世界に
second.
なります。
The setting in Zanki Zero is after the world has been destroyed.
Yeah, just read through a bunch of them, I guess, once the presentation's over.
大丈夫？はい。 まあそこでね、
Conquer the world took one day for humans to destroy the world. I've been sank to the depths of the sea yesterday. Do not yet know the broken world and the reasons left behind there.
Okay, yeah, the last 8 survivors until human extinction. We're the only ones left on this planet. Okay.
Oh, next page.
はい、キャラクターたちですね。これが4人の男の子たちでございます。
So these
Oh,
are
little
4 of
sprites
the
are
8
cute.
characters. These are the males.
I know that. They actually remind me of RPG Maker games.
Yeah,
Oh,
they do.
okay.
They do look like that.
She represents Zen, the farmer in the story.
で、女の子たちがこんな感じで。
Girl of Original Sin.
Interesting. Yeah, they're all based off of like Seven Deadly Sins
エクステン
too.
ドテレビという、
Yeah.
彼らを導いてくれる、
I feel like the one.
キャラクターたちがいます。
Well, maybe I didn't get a good enough look at him. I was like, I kind of thought the Envy one reminded me a little bit of Envy from Full Metal.
で、彼らはですね、
Could have been looking into it a little too much.
Oh yeah, you're right.
8 characters
I
are
think he kind of
actually
had like a
clones.
green
13
highlight
日
of
で
some sort.
寿命が来てしまうと。
They
Oh, clone humans that mature and die near 13 days. Oh,
これを
okay.
やってるとどんどん死んで生き返ってということを繰
Oh, that
り
makes
返
sense.
してい
They're
く。
kind
Players'
of like the
play
clone one.
style
is they will die and live
and history. So depending on the playthrough, a character can look completely different even if in the same scene. Event scene. Oh, okay.
Interesting.
見た目が変わる。
Regenerated bodies and
Shots you
inherited
see at the
memories.
bottom are actually from the same scene, but depending on how you play, your characters may look
I kind of feel like it was what you were saying before
ゲームシステムの方
we
です
started
え
streaming too. I feel like Spike Chunsoft really does try to do different stuff. This definitely does sound very.
Kind of push the boundaries of the genres and stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
A life of survival and self
that will help you survive throughout.
Junk Island, explore ruins in real time. Minimalistic and action-packed battle system. So yeah, it does seem to be a bit of an RPG mechanic to it. Oh, yep, there he is.
Real time, including combat. So as you explore
Monokuma hooding on.
dungeons, fight enemies, everything will be done at the same time. So there's a sense
Monokuma
of urgency
hoodie?
as you play the game.
Yeah, I think they went to a slide they didn't mean to go yet, and then they jumped back again.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I missed it.
So there's a lot of action in the game design, but there are lower difficulties as well. So anyone can enjoy it if they just want to play the storyline.
Ah, sweet.
はい、ということでですね、弾丸論破
Oh,
シリ
yeah,
ーズ
there
を
it is. That's what you're
まあ
saying.
手掛
Yeah,
け
that's
た
so cute.
寺澤
This is
僕
like
と
profile
Yeah,
picture on
yep.
Twitter too, I think.
This game is made by
Aw.
me as the
Yeah.
producer, Yoshinori Terasawa, and
あと、弾丸論破シリーズの
Executive producer,
ゲーム
yeah,
シ
that's
ステ
what he
ム、ゲー
is.
ムデザイン
Couldn't remember his
ね
I
exact
see.
ほとんどやってきた
title. I knew it was
菅原
like a producer of some sort.
Oh, he worked on Conception series as well. I've heard, I've had a lot of people request that series too.
Oh, okay, cool. I hadn't
まあ
really
それ
looked too
以
much
外
into
に
that
も
one.
The reason why I haven't is because I've
え
a bit of like a lesser men's persona in a way.
タイトル
Oh, yeah.
there are also various other very talented team
Yeah, I hadn't
members
looked into
that
it too
worked on
much.
making
I feel like
this
I've heard of it before.
ご期待ください。
I think yeah, they made 2 of them. There's Conception 1 and Conception 2
Oh,
where
that's awesome. As a
I think
huge
like the game
Danganronpa
mechanic
fan
is like
myself,
around
I
like
want to know, what was
actually
your
like
favorite part about
making
working on this
babies,
game
but
with
it's
the
supposed to be kind of like not
Danganronpa
like
coming?
sexual in any way. Yeah, that's what I heard.
はい。
Interesting.
danganronpaのコアチームと一緒に
Always kind of, I never
Yes.
played Catherine, but I always kind of wondered if that was like
そうですね、やっぱり
what
長く
that was about. Because
一緒
it
に
looks
ず
so
っとね
sexual, but I don't think it
長い
actually
こと
kind
付
of
き合って
is from
まあ
what
ものを作ってきて
I
るス
don't
タッフ
know.
なんで
Well,
From other
I
stuff I'd
I
seen.
don't know.
すごくやりやすい
You know, I did a let's play of
I've been working with
Catherine.
these staff
Yeah, I
members
think
for a
I
long
did
time,
see that you'd
so
played it.
I really like working with them.
Yeah, well,
でまあ本当に
I
ね今回は
personally
弾丸と
wasn't
ま
a
た違う
massive
新しい
fan
チャ
of
レンジ
it,
を
but
できていることが
because a lot of it is there's a big puzzle aspect to it where and it's got this, which is the main gameplay is like this block
So
pushing
you said
like
one of the main game
mechanic.
designers is Mr.
Um,
Sugawara from
and it's
Danganronpa
well
series,
designed and
but
everything,
he's not a
but,
name that I'm really
uh,
familiar with. Like what
I don't know, like
did he
that
do
combined with
really
the
on
story,
game?
which I don't know.
Game
I always
design
find
the
original
the
Danganronpa
main
games.
character to be
ゲー
kind
ム
of
デザイナーで弾丸論破
uh,
の沢田さんが
I don't know, just kind of a tool, you know.
Yeah, yeah. I hadn't.
そうで
I'd
すね
only really
弾丸論破
seen
は
like
ね
a review
あの
for it. I'd seen
まあ
that
小
you
高
played
という
it, but there was
小
like
高和
another
孝という
YouTuber I
ところ
follow.
が
She does like I
結構
guess
まあ
like
メインで出てますけれども
video essay type
まあ
stuff
シ
on
ナリオ
different
キャラ
video
クター世
games,
界観
and
は
she had done
小
one
高
on
が専
Catherine,
門
and I was just
なん
kind
で
of
す
curious to
け
hear
ど も
her
う一人
opinion on
ゲー
it.
ム本当にね
And she seemed to
卓球裁判
really,
の
I guess, enjoy it. So she was like explaining, I guess, like what she liked
It's
about it.
it's pretty mixed. I mean, so like, well, maybe I wasn't crazy about it. You might still like it, you know. I've had a lot of people really liked it as well.
It's probably just
But,
yeah one of
all
those
the game
games.
systems and the game design aspects was done by Sugawara. So it's been those are the
It is-
brains between the tag.
I don't know. It's more like he's the main character is like seduced. I mean, I
I
remember it was kind of. I remember being kind of weird just because that was like the first role I'd seen. Had Laura Bailey plays Catherine, you know, the person who voices Rise. And you played the Persona games?
No, I haven't. I was like, I'm probably gonna play a Persona.
Oh,
Play
okay.
a Persona game pretty soon, actually.
Well, I'm really looking forward to playing all of that.
Oh, you gotta check those out.
Meaning to get into it,
Seriously, you have to.
Yeah, I know I'll love it. I feel like
They are
everybody,
so good.
Everybody that I know loves it. Everybody who loves like
That being
Danganronpa or
said,
Kingdom Hearts or
we
any of the
will
games
also
that
put
I
some
like
questions from
is
chat,
like
since we
really
have
into
Vanessa
Persona.
on
So
here.
it's like I know I'll love it. I just like hadn't gotten around to it. But yeah, I'll
Question from
probably
chat. Which
price
character
release
Yes,
play of.
You
A lot of
absolutely
people wanted to
would.
start with Persona 5, so I was like, I guess I'll start with that one. I feel kind of wrong doing that, but
Actually, I really would recommend playing the third one first,
yeah.
and then because the games I feel like add things like quality of life things and make it better as it goes along. And I feel like if you play like the last one and then go backward, it's gonna feel like a step back in some ways.
Yeah.
Even though those other games that came beforehand were really good, they're still really good.
What inspired you to make this game?
But certain things like well, like you'll probably be forgiven more if you play it the first time, and then then we play. Oh, this thing is a lot better this time around, and I don't know. I guess I think it just make you'll be more forgiving of it. If you go backward, it might be harder to swallow some of the gameplay stuff.
Kind of what I had been worried about a little bit with it
awesome.
too.
And now I'm glad that you could.
I don't know. I guess it just kind of, even though I guess I've heard they're kind of like detached in some ways. I had heard that it seems like there's Easter eggs in a lot of them, so they kind of feed off of each other in that way. So I was wondering if maybe it'd be better if I started like Persona 3 and worked my way to Persona 5, or if it would be okay to kind of like go backwards. I've heard like so many mixed things, but yeah.
We also did it because it looks
I
like
guess I'll just have to think about it some more. But yeah, I've been kind of thinking the same thing. It feels kind of wrong to start with 5, even though I've had a lot of people tell me.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm like, oh, that feels wrong.
Granted, the Easter eggs are really minor, though. I mean, like if you miss it, it's not a big deal, and they're not gonna like spoil any of the previous games. It's just like mentioning, like, oh, this is a character to me, because they all exist in the same world, right?
Yeah, I've heard that too.
But it's really not like too spoilery. The only one that's sort of, but even then not that spoilery is that in Persona 4 there's actually a time where you actually go to the high school, like for a field trip from the previous game, Persona 3.
Okay.
And but you're only there for like a very short amount of time. But they are really great games. I can't recommend them enough.
Oh, awesome! Yeah, I'll definitely get into it soon. I've been meaning to for a really long time. But yeah, we got quite a few donations I have to go through.
その死んだ原因によってそれに対する耐性がつくことで、
Oh yeah, Sentient Violence said, Nico's Junko hatred is a guilty pleasure of mine. Your Junko hatred's pretty funny.
Oh God, yes. Oh, it will never die.
I know, right? I loved in V3 they kind of were just like playing off of that idea to like, Junko and Ashima will never.
I know, it's always Junko. That made me laugh so hard.
I love it. I thought that was so funny
good.
how on the nose they were about that.
But your character is also
I-
aged, right?
Oh,
That's
like-
self-aware.
I only want to
So
have like young
self-aware.
people on my team. But if you only have like young
Then
people,
Evie
then
donated
what happens
too,
if like
which
they all
yeah, I know
old
Evie's
at
a
the same
mod
time? Like, how do you
for you,
manage that?
and she had like a cute little emoji and said, "Have some money." Thank you,
Thank
Evie. Thanks for
Thanks,
helping
Evie.
mod the stream. I haven't been able to look at the chat too terribly much, but it looked like it was moving pretty
そうで
fast.
すね
So
だからもう
very much
やっぱ
appreciate
り
you
その子
helping out
供
with
で
the
あ
stream.
ったり青
So now
年
it's
少
kind
年
of a
老人って
bigger
4
one.
段階あるんですけどそれぞれにメリットデメリットがあります
Kazuichi Soda said, "Hey, everyone's character is here. Oops, wrong streamer. It's really cool seeing you two streaming together. Thanks for fueling my love of VR. Ah, thank you. That's so sweet."
I think that's another one of my regular guys. Kazuichi.
yeah?
Kazuichi.
Yeah, I felt like you should be reading it in your
まあ
Kazuichi
青年
voice.
で揃えてやっぱり良かったり
When you're playing through the game,
Krypton
you will-
donated $1 and
might
said,
have
"Hi,
better
Weeby. Glad I
chance
was
of
able to
being
come
a powerful
online in
opponent
time for the
if you
stream.
do have young adults,
You and Nico had really gotten me
そう
into
だねやっぱ
Danganronpa,
素
so
材
thank
を
you
集め
both
たり
for
探
that.
索するときはま
BTW
た
Oh, and can you do me a favor and ask Nico if he can
Or you
put
could also
Tokidoki on
change
his
your
Let's
team to
Playlist?
be,
Thanks, smiley face.
in their chat if you're interested.
Oh my
I
god.
think his mods
See?
would kill me.
I've got so many. Still, people still request that game a lot from me. So.
It is a great game. I will say, like, I really.
Did you enjoy it?
I loved it. It's really fucked up, but it's very well made.
It's really fucked up.
It's really fucked up. But man,
Well, you make it sound pretty great.
You can't beat the game unless you.
I mean, people die, and I'm gonna be scarred for life, but it's great.
I was a little scarred for life. Even like editing through again, I was like, oh god, this shit got to me.
One last question from chat.
It's a great game.
Never gonna be the same again.
I really recommend it. Even if you don't like Let's Play it, I think you should definitely play it, especially before you get spoiled, because the spoilers for that game really are pretty prominent. Because I had gotten a couple of spoilers for it even before I started my Let's Play. The comment section was actually really good, so I don't think you'd have too many problems with that. But it's just kind of like, I don't know, I would get spoiled. I got spoiled once just from like a random video. I didn't have like Doki in the title or the thumbnail, and they just had like a spoiler in there. I was like, god dang it. Like,
son of a bitch.
Yeah, I was like, damn it, really? Yeah, it's a good game. Then Jean donated another one of your mods and one of my sponsors. 2 AM but staying, not missing a crossover of the deck game. Aw, thank you.
Thanks, Sean.
Yeah, sweet. I did get like I think I saw a tweet and it was like, people think, what was it? Crap. The Avengers Infinity War is like the most anticipated crossover, and they were like, well, I think it's Nico and Weeby. It's like,
yes!
We were the most groundbreaking crossover of the century.
The crossover of the century.
A couple of weebs talking over a live stream.
That's right. Oh my god.
Yes, excuse the crinkling.
Excuse the crinkling sounds.
Mans is me donated $1 and said, hey Nico, hey Weeby, love you both.
We also have a towel.
Love the Council of Voices, dude. You can really see the effort. I'm already theorizing a ton of stuff for the next. To Weeby, proud of you for going full time. Love your content. Both of you, y'all are valid. Please send me a link.
Here we have.
Hey, thanks, bud.
Yeah, thank you so much. That's so sweet. God dang it. Oh, that was some fan art. That's cute. Oh, like a little penguin and a little kaide. Oh, that's so adorable. Let me see if I can.
For those of you who are almost a CC fans, I know you're out there.
I'll send it to you on Discord.
Yeah, this is right here.
My laptop's so slow.
For those of
thank
you
you.
who
That's
want
so
to win
cute. That's so
these
sweet.
Danganronpa prizes, Zanki Zero.
Go.
Say Zanki Zero. Do it right now.
That one's super cute.
And
oh wait, there was another one. Joel's SS22. Persona is a very fun game. IMO is also very stressful due to time management. I think I've also kind of heard that too. I heard some people saying it might be kind of hard to edit.
But we're actually gonna ask.
I guess that there was a lot of grinding maybe.
But we're gonna have some fun times.
Thank you so much for the donation.
Yeah, there can be. I mean, it's got a lot of
Are you ready?
a lot of battles. You know, I mean. I don't know if
games all this time, and now it's
I don't know if it's something you maybe would want to let's play or not, because it is pretty hefty and would take a lot of editing. But
we all said I love you, Dylan.
In your own spare time, at least.
He's cosplaying as Tiki Man now.
My laptop is so slow.
I'm so glad everyone can cosplay on the stream with me. This is awesome.
Okay, we're in.
Okay, so let's go on.
I turn this thing on probably like once every like 3 months, so it has to update everything. So it like booted up Discord and was like updating 5 minutes.
Oh yes.
Rip. Yoshi donated and said thoughts on the Higurashi series. That's kind of similar to Steins. I've seen the anime, but I haven't really played the games. I think it'd be interesting. I've had a lot of people request me to play the Higurashi games because I assume it adds something different to the series as a whole. So I'd be interested in doing it. I don't know how you feel, Nico.
We have these twins, so these are given away.
I've had people. It's a horror series, isn't it?
Yeah, it's also a horror series. Okay, there's the photo too. Finally, it's so cute.
Yeah, it's super cute. I want one. Unfortunately, I didn't.
Oh yeah, there we go.
Yeah, it's adorable. So sweet. Yeah, I'll show that once the event.
And a penguin.
Yeah, a little kite.
And in the back, neutral best boy.
Fucking Kokishi in the background.
Damn right.
Always watching.
You can do couch co-op.
Yep.
And I think this is a really rare opportunity to get developers from Japan here in the States to play the game.
Yeah, because obviously, Dylan, you know the score, but I don't think that Mr. Terasawa's ever had a chance to play the game before.
Oh, right. A novice.
They had like 5 minutes
for
of
Aksys tribute.
Okay.
I think I didn't recognize them pretty heavily from my comment section.
Hi.
They said,
Oh,
your
yes.
talks are fun, you should do this
Nobody
again. Yeah, I've really
the,
enjoyed this.
music
This has been
video
really
by
fun.
Yukio Kado,
It's really easy to talk to you, which
who's,
is really nice.
been doing
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I had a lot of fun.
Got a really nice,
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun.
kind
Thank you so much for the
Northern
donation, too.
European kind of sort of sound.
You can definitely
And
hear it
this
now.
other person
Yeah.
donated, and the
Okay.
name is Japanese symbols, so I don't think I'll be able to pronounce it very well. I'm really sorry, but they said I literally just became a Weeby fan, and then this happened. What are the odds? Also, my name is Nagi BTW. Sorry for random Japanese. I didn't even read that part when I said the
Yeah,
first
this
thing.
is like the.
Thank you
sort
so
of,
much,
like,
Nagi, for donating.
They knew.
I butcher so many
Think we
names in my
push these,
Let's Plays. Oh, it's so bad. I think I would be more shocked if I actually said every character's name right. in a Let's
You are you're preaching to the choir, Weeby. Don't worry. I know all about that.
Yeah. It's easy to butcher the names.
We've got another controller though. It's gonna come blast.
Nice
Nice catch.
I feel like ours are probably the same.
So we should be good.
Mine would be Saihara and Kaide. I feel like yours is
There we go.
probably similar based off of what I've seen off
yeah,
of your Let's Play.
absolutely.
And off of your
Oh,
Twitter.
that's why that bonus mode was so great.
I know. I love that.
Oh, that hotel
Oh my
scene with
God.
Shuichi and Kade was like,
Yep, that's fine.
yeah.
No, it helped
And
like
the
calm
second
down
Tiki
some of the
Man
despair.
appeared. This is the Terasawa Tiki Man. And the
Oh
original
man,
Tiki
I
Man,
hated
like,
it. I hated that she had to die. I
You can
love
now
the
jump,
twist,
so it's
but
nice.
I
Also, you
hated.
couldn't jump. So,
I guess I just
So
liked
let's
her
go over here.
character
Let's
so
go.
much. I hated.
Just jumping all over
Never
the
seen
Yeah.
it.
And
I know,
the
me
Tiki Man
too.
is so
I was sad about that too.
Yeah.
okay, so we
Especially
go
as I
to
start
stage
playing
one.
Claire de Lune, I was like, fuck
Oh,
you.
yeah. I was like trying not to cry all up until that point. And that happened, and I was like,
Yeah.
fuck it. I can't hold it anymore. I'll just cry. I gotta live this out. Oh, that was so sad. I can't even
Jumping
listen
is
to that
just
song.
more for fun and games, right? You can actually
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, it's
there
really
is
funny
actually,
though. I don't know if you've ever done
got
this,
to a
but
high place and
if
there's monsters
you
running
look up
below
people,
you,
any random
jump,
person
and
on
just jump
YouTube
again
playing the
and
flea
you'll
waltz,
drop it.
the entire comment
So it's just a
section
different
is just
thing.
like, Kaide, why jump?
Kaide.
It's so funny.
That's actually pretty. Yeah, I looked up. I didn't know if they were doing that for other like Claire de Lunes or something.
Yeah.
Made it a lot more
Be the one for the specific soundtrack, and I looked at the comments and everyone was just like, Kade!
It was so funny.
God, why?
Yeah, it was pretty much the whole comment
Yeah,
section. It
they
was like,
so
fuck
fast.
me,
Rush
I'm
you.
crying again. It's just like,
I'm gonna be
oh
honest.
man, it was so great. Yeah, the one I saw was literally just like this random guy who had posted himself
so
playing the
if-
flea waltz like
if
2
it's
years
the
ago,
first
but the
time,
entire comment
I
don't
section
think you know
was
where
just
you're
full of
going.
Kaide.
build towers, obviously build
That poor
trees.
guy, he's gonna
I'm
log
just
into
like,
YouTube.
you don't look at it like, what?
I know, right?
Choose.
Like, 6 months from now, he's gonna log in and be like, I wonder what people think about my flea waltz cover. What the fuck?
Yeah,
Who the hell's
there's a
Kaide?
bunch of options.
This is
here.
Kade!
Yeah, I'm gonna build a tower.
I don't know who this Kaide person is, but I'm crying.
That's a narrow tower.
Oh,
Then
there it
Kat,
goes.
one of my sponsors, she donated and said, sorry,
Completely
can't make it
taking
to
out
stream, stuck
the
at
first
work.
wave
Oh,
of
thank you
monsters
so much
right
for
now.
donating, Kat, though, and
I
for
feel like we're announcing
come in
on
for
that.
what little bit you did. Kat's really sweet. She's
Doing
Yeah,
quite
the
well.
new
Yeah.
esports Pixel Junk Monsters too.
Coin.
Oh, yeah.
And she's
coin,
played some
yes,
videos
yeah.
too. I
You need
recently
coins
kind of
to
checked out
build
her
new
channel.
towers,
She's
right?
been
Yes,
doing
yeah.
really good. I'm not sure if she's
And,
still here or
occasionally
not.
gems
but-
will be dropped, and
Good
the
job,
gems
Kat.
are also used to build more advanced
Then
towers.
iKingDavid95 donated $1.
Now, what do
Which
you-
one
what
would
do
you
you mean
rather
this dance
go? A
stuff?
nonary game by Zero
We
second?
can dance together.
Second,
what
or
if
a
you
killing
guys
game
both
by
dance
Junko
next
and
to the same
Suzuki
tower,
working
does it, like,
together.
go up?
P.S.
Does
Love
it
you guys'
power up
videos.
faster?
Yes.
God, I don't know.
So when there's 4 players, it's quite.
I
Yeah,
feel like
you
I might be a
got,
little
like,
bit better
a
next
little
time
right next
since
to
I've
the
done so
tower
many
then.
Danganronpa analysis videos. I think I'd be.
Oh, that's
I think I'd be
gonna
super
be
good at a
cool.
notary game. All those puzzles.
Oh, absolutely.
What
Yes.
about you?
Here come the-
Between a nonary game and a killing game?
Coin.
Well, I think a nonary game, at least I feel like I have a better chance of getting out alive.
That's true.
That's
So
the,
can you
by the end of
use
a killing game, it's always like,
on
I mean, hell, this last one,
multiplayer,
Oh,
There's
I
only-
know, right? God.
3, 4?
Yeah,
Who's-
three people. Then I guess unless they bring K2B0, K2B0 comes a thing, then yeah, it's just 3 people. That's insane.
Yeah. But otherwise, I don't know. I don't know if I'd be like, I'd be just looking at myself, looking around, be like, am I the protagonist? I don't know. If I'm the protagonist, I think I'm alright. But otherwise, actually, well.
I know, right?
But then again, they could pull a Kaide on me.
I know, right? God, I'd be like trying to gel my hair up so I could get into Hoge, but then I'd be like, well, what happened to Kaide? Might happen to me, especially since I look like her, so. Kanaka might want to do it again. Fuck me.
You die in the first case of the game, they're like, Nico, you know, you're supposed to be the protagonist. Yes, it was supposed to be me, actually. No, I'm not dying to save any of you. No, don't kill me.
Maybe that's what it was with Kaide. She was like, I'm the protagonist. I can feel Nico and Weeby reading my lines. So I'm safe. I can kill the mastermind first chapter. It's okay.
I'll be alright. There's no way they'll do it.
No way. I got into Hoge. I'm solid.
And technically, in the end, she didn't actually kill anyone, right?
Oh, yeah. It was technically Samugi that did it too. That sucked too. It's like, that makes it worse. I mean,
Motherfucker! Just to rub salt in our wounds.
I know, right? God.
Aggressively, right?
It wasn't sad enough to bring that
Bro.
up.
Yeah, all team up and go to.
But Agaroff said, glad to see this conversation of nerds. Here's some money for Weeby, and don't worry, Nico.
So you can
I'm
actually
keeping
upgrade
your pillow
the
warm.
towers as well.
Oh, like well, I guess maybe your
You
merch
can
pillow?
upgrade
The
with the gems, yes.
you know what I'm talking about?
Same as like
We don't have
standing
any
next to
gems.
dancing.
What are those called?
It's, yes, yeah.
Sorry, you cut off the.
You can either choose
Oh, I
Yeah.
cut off.
dancing to
Sorry.
upgrade or whether you use
Agaroff
gems.
said, glad to see this conversation,
strategy
this
on
conversion of
games.
nerds. Here's
I
some
think I
money
prefer
for
a dance
Weeby,
part.
and don't worry, Nico. I'm keeping your pillow warm.
Super adorable.
When you've got 4 players
Uh,
around, it does feel like that.
I think this might be the person that bought me like an actual Yusuke body pillow. Who was a character from Persona 5.
Okay.
Dance, dance, dance.
At least I think they might be talking about maybe pillows that they got for from Yoshi. We didn't have like these little mini pillows, but I think they mean.
That's the mask. You have the
Okay,
mask,
I was thinking it was the mini pillows that you were selling, but I'm not really, I don't know, I guess the...
I could be wrong. Maybe
backstory
that
of
is what they mean. But I know someone actually bought me one, and they've been waiting for me to get a PO box to send it to me.
Oh, that's so funny.
Really the
But yeah, it's like this real. I think it's supposed to be like a lewd thing of like one of the guys who I got really like enamored with because I don't know, he was just awesome. His name is Yusuke. He's like the best goddamn character in the game, and yeah. And then I was like, I made a joke at one point where
I think we're gonna get him.
we were in you're in a dungeon where there are these QR codes flashing on the screen, and I made a joke and I said, if you scan that QR code, you get it sends you to a site where you can buy Yusuke body pillows. And I said I bought 10 of them, and then someone read that and they actually got a Yusuke body pillow and they were like,
Oh my
Nico,
God.
get a PO box and I'll send it to you. I'm like, oh hey, what?
That's so awesome.
So I know. So what? One day, when I do actually get a PO box, I do mean to at some point.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get myself a Yusuke body pillow. It's gonna be a great goddamn day.
I'll go out and find you a bagel body pillow.
Oh, we have to wait for the monster.
Oh yes. Oh, so good.
If we're near it when it goes off, we get a speed up as well.
Let me see. Sentient Violent donated again.
Oh, no.
Heavily suggests Echo, but it's 200. It's 200 hours
pants are
long.
on
Oh my
fire.
gosh.
Oh, they're all
Yeah.
coming now.
I don't know if you've gotten that
Holy
game
shit.
recommended to you, but I've gotten that game
really
requested
bad.
to me quite a bit since I
it's just
started,
like
I guess, like the
yeah,
V3
it's a bit chaotic,
Let's
but-
Play. I know
Uh-oh.
I don't really know much about Umineko, so I would like to
But they're
play it because I
always
like
going in one
Tegarashi, like the
direction, right?
anime
Straight
series,
to-
a lot.
Yeah, yeah.
So
On this,
I feel like
this
I'd probably
particular
like
stage, yeah.
Umineko, and I never actually watched the anime for that. I forgot why. I think I just like
So
wasn't
on
really
other
into
more
anime
small
as much when it
stages,
came
they
out.
can make
So I was like, I'd like to
friends,
play
Yeah, yeah,
it, but
sometimes.
oh my god, 200 hours.
In this
That's,
stage, you can see some of the
that's
other
a lot.
races, because
That was a
this
lot.
particular,
Oh yeah, that's a horror one too, and
Yeah,
quite a big
yeah, I think
map,
it's a horror one
and
as
then when you
well.
go to different
I really
stages,
don't know
you
much about it
unlock
other than
other
I
areas
feel like I
of the
saw the
map, and you-
characters. They
come
look
into
kind of like
those
they were
areas.
dressed very Victorian
So
style.
if we go up here, you can
That's all
see-
I really know.
Oh, we can't go
I think they might be on a boat
Yeah,
or
I-
something too. I don't know.
Join Victory, right?
Yeah,
I think I've had a
there's-
few
there's
people
another path
mention
up
that
there.
one.
It's
I
in
usually
the
was into
states.
getting the
What
Higurashi
happens if
one.
you press X?
Higurashi.
Yeah, have you ever watched the anime series for that?
Hey.
The anime?
Yeah.
I have not.
Yeah, it's really good. I'd recommend it. I liked I think I liked the second season a bit better because it kind of explained things more. But they're both very, very good. I think you would enjoy it. I'm not really sure much about, I guess, the visual novels, but in general, it's really good. I guess I like the anime series a good bit out of, I guess, more of the anime stuff that I watched. I was really into horror anime for a while, so.
Do they get pretty
like, oh no.
Gruesome?
Oh, no.
Yeah, God, it's been so long since I've watched it. It was pretty gruesome in some places. But I don't really know that I got too disturbed while watching
they get
it.
to the house over here, of course. They'll take out these lovely, cute little.
I can be kind of a pussy when it comes to some of that stuff. I'm like,
yeah,
I'm like,
yeah. I was like thinking back, I think there was some pretty fucked up stuff. You might not want to play Doki either if that's the case. I don't know.
Right.
So it's
Very sought after.
hey, John, just to say, I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna see if I can get my internet, because I just keep kind of cutting out here.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, sure.
If you
Right back.
I guess holler back whenever you're back. And then I guess I'll read, Joel22 said, question, what do you guys find most disturbing out of all the death scenes in Danganronpa 3 anime or all the executions in V3? I don't even know, man. I still kind of feel like Kaide's execution was the one that messed me up the most. I just really loved Kaide so much. I feel like there was just so many things that execution too that like.
Also, you can get different.
I was like, they hung her and they stoned her, and it was just like so many aspects. But all the executions are pretty messed up. I feel like Kurimi's was really cruel too, as well. I'm trying to think.
I have a question.
Danganronpa 3 anime. I feel like Ruruka's death was probably the most gruesome that I can remember out of all of them, and I think it was like implied too. She, because committed suicide. So yeah, it was like she did to herself too. It was kind of like. I guess she hated herself for her relationship with Seiko and what she did to her boyfriend and stuff like that. So that was pretty fucked up too. Thank you so much for the donation too. I'll ask Nico whenever he comes back as well. And Julie said, two of my most favorite YouTubers in one place. Wish you both the best of luck with your future work. Thank you so much. I appreciate it a lot. Thanks guys for coming out. This has been a lot of fun. Hopefully, Nico can get his mic fixed up a little bit. It's not
so does the game scale in difficulty when you have multiple players, or can you just kind of use that as a way to
go out every once in a while.
Beat stages that you normally wouldn't be able to on your own?
It does have a bit of scalability, but it's still, because you're all helping each other and you can spot things more quickly, it does still make the game a little bit easier if there's more of you.
Oh my god, where did they come from right
now?
Yeah,
these guys,
read the chat for a little bit. I don't really know. I can react too much to what they're doing. They're playing, I guess, that game.
Cannon, is that?
God.
Oh,
the
Tesla.
Pixel Hunt monsters.
Nice.
That's one of my favorites.
Yeah, so this used up 3 gems. In the old game, you'd have to go back to the Tiki Hut and unlock towers to use there with like more gems. But in this version, we've simplified it a little better.
Umineko is a murder mystery. Also, anime was trash. Yeah, I just got a message on Discord too from John saying not to watch the anime. I hadn't, like I said, I didn't really look into it too much. I think I was like really into anime for a little bit. I went through a really massive otaku phase in high school. I guess it was like late middle school, early high school, and then I kind of got out of it for a little bit. But during that time, I was really into like horror anime, and I think like right before I kind of stopped watching anime as much was when Umineko came out, and so I just didn't really get around to it. But
I'm gonna dance.
Yeah, you guys can let me know, I guess, what you think about the visual novel. I guess I'm assuming that it's a lot better.
And was that
if
the
everybody.
round, or?
I've had 2 people in a row say, don't watch the anime.
Yeah, the boss coming now.
So I'll definitely stay away from it.
Let's go and see the boss.
That is kind of surprising, though. I wonder why that's the case.
Yeah, it's tense, yeah.
So it's like if you clear out the one wave fast enough, that kind of gives you more time to prepare for the next one.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like
what do you guys want to talk about while we're
if you're waiting for
oh, hey, you're back.
I'm back. Yes, I think I've got it fixed.
Cool, awesome. Yeah, I wish I could help. I just really don't know much about fixing that kind of stuff.
It's okay. Sometimes I've had this happen before, and I think I just have to like refresh it and unplug it again. I think I should be good now.
It's always so funny when that's like the well, that's the issue. It's literally just, did you try turning it on and off again?
Yes. I don't know if you ever saw that. Watch South Park at all, or?
Oh, I do. I watch South Park a lot, actually.
Did you see the one where they where like the internet just like disappears or something and everyone's like freaking out, and then
Oh yeah.
Kyle's like, I know what to do, guys, and he goes to like this giant like wireless
Switch.
router, and he grabs the plug, pulls it out, and then puts it back in again, and then the internet comes back. Everyone's like, and the internet's back again.
Oh my god, I do remember that episode. Oh man, it's been a while since I've seen that one. That's so funny. I kind of always felt like you probably watched South Park. I guess I like really actually do like South Park a lot. I feel like a lot of my sense of humor kind of came from, I guess, growing up with it somewhat.
Different monsters that they.
Did you play either the games that came out?
Yeah, I played the Stick of Truth. I started the newest one. I haven't finished it yet though.
I played Stick of Truth. I haven't played the other one though.
Okay, yeah. I've heard good things about the other one. I love Stick of Truth. I thought it was hilarious.
They're not evil inherently. It's just
Yeah, it was really funny. I'm seeing people. Why is everyone posting Leon in the or 11037, the upside down Leon?
I don't know.
I'm also seeing On the Meat Bone, which is that's not too unusual. I see that one. Yes, I see that one all the goddamn time. Anytime I stream, it's
honestly.
Everyone's like, meat the bone on? Fuck you, okay? I couldn't figure it out.
That was my favorite. That was probably one of my favorite moments from any of your Let's Plays. I heard too, we both did the same thing with Kurumi's. I did like I think I was trying to do like Miss Kurumi's gloves. And then I think I forgot who told me. I think it might have been Ema who told me that you also did like Mew Kuru's gloves. Like
oh yes. And I was like, wait, no.
I was like, damn it, I can't make fun of Nico anymore for doing that.
That's right. You have joined the team. Messing up where the prepositions go. I mean, to be honest, you can say a lot of these things different ways, alright? And it still makes sense.
It's so funny because, like, you don't even really get timed that bad, I don't think, on that part. But, like, I always feel like I have to, like, I don't know, be so quick with it. So I just like the MIS.
I know, they give you plenty of time. It's like, it's really hard to mess up. But we still feel like you're like, oh, fuck, what do I do?
I know, right? That's how I felt. I looked down. I think when I was editing too, I saw it was like 4 minutes. Like I had like 4 minutes to decide, and I was like, "Fuck me!" I could have just sat there and figured out. Oh, it was obviously Ms. Gloves, and instead it was like Ms. Gloves, Mooker.
There's another shop on this world as well.
Oh man.
Gloves on Kurumi,
Oh, wow. I don't know why they were doing that.
That's
very it was pretty funny. I got some donations. I think it was from your mods, actually. They sent me like, I think it was like $110 and like 37 cents to do the Leon thing. I was like, oh, that's so cool. It was so nice. Yeah, it was such a nice donation
that's why everyone was saying that. I said.
Yeah, it was really sweet.
So beautiful.
I know.
They went out of their way just for that meme. I love it.
Yeah, so right now,
So nice.
is it... Oh, so if we
Oh yeah,
turn
there
off
was
that, I'm sure I could probably show you
some donations. They had some questions for you as well. Wow.
Oh, okay.
Let me see.
Square here to jump out.
One was, what was the most disturbing of all the deaths in Danganronpa 3 and or all the executions
I
in
think that's to hold
V3?
down the button and then...
I think probably Kaide's. I think that one was still the worst for me.
Yeah, that's what I said too.
I was so like attached to her too that it was just like, I mean, honestly, the executions in V3 I think were probably the most brutal than even any of the other ones. They were like less cartoony and more just like holy shit, like.
Yeah, I agree.
Like the fact that they hung Kaide and I was like, oh, and then they smashed her to pieces and I was like, okay, like
I know,
that wasn't
right?
necessary.
Yeah, that was literally like exactly what I said. I was like, they hung her, they stoned her, then they crushed her. Like it was just like such overkill. And yeah, I think you get so attached to her too while you're playing. So it's just, I don't know, it's just sad.
Everybody loves Kaide.
Yeah, Kaide was so sweet.
Upside down.
What about in Danganronpa 3? I said Baruka's, because I remember hers being kind of,
oh yeah, when she was
brutal.
Like,
or
Just like jammed like
We just wanted
candies down her own throat, I guess.
Yeah. A lot of people.
I mean, I'll be honest. I really hated Ruka, so I was kind of like, fuck yes.
I think I was the same way, honestly, when she died too. I was like,
yeah.
What you get. But yeah, I think it was like implied, or I think when I can't remember if I said it in my analysis, like, or I saw it when I was like making the analysis, or if I saw it in the comments section. I think it was kind of implied, like, since they were like suicides, more than likely, I guess she saw her boyfriend and like Seiko, and like I guess all the horrible shit she did to them, and that was why her death was so brutal. She was like extra hard on herself. I think that was kind of like the implication for it. So I thought that was kind of interesting. But
well, it looks great.
Yeah,
She did a great job.
I think she felt guilty about it. I mean, even though they didn't really like.
Yeah. It's kind of how I feel about Kokichi with the Ganta thing. It was like, I could get a situation, I get what he was trying to do, and like, I guess like that he felt bad about it, but I was like, I just can't.
I know. But like, Ganta, man, come on.
Yeah,
Ganta just wants to be true gentleman.
I know.
Oh.
I help people.
I know that made me sad too.
Yeah.
Both versions looking pretty much the same.
Found it like extra messed up when I was doing the analysis
incredible.
too. I guess like,
These
I
graphics
guess it
by
might have been.
themselves are amazing.
Well,
I
I guess you
can't
wouldn't know
imagine
it like while you're playing the
It would
game
look
really.
on portable as well.
I didn't know it
Yeah,
until after I did the
really
analysis
nice.
that it was likely that
Great for, long
Kokichi
trips
knew
and
the
stuff.
secret of the outside world was like fake
well,
already,
thank you
since
so much,
he had mentioned in
Philip.
chapter
Yep.
5 that like he thought a lot of it was lies.
And
So it was like
that's
he
pretty
already
much all
kind
the
of
time
knew
left
he
for
was
the
like he was
stream.
tricking Ganta in the
We
first
did
place, and it
forget
was also
one
like
thing.
just total
And
bullshit
that's
since he already probably knew the secret of the
grand
outside world was
prize
fake too. So it was like,
all the
oh
way from
god,
Japan.
I don't know, that made it
We
worse
have
for me. I
here
was like, damn it, Kokichi,
Dave's
I want to
daughter.
defend you, but
Yeah.
I took my daughter on the plane with me. This is her first plane ride, and I'm sad to
Everyone
say that
think
I
he
have
was the
to, let
mastermind,
her
I guess.
go.
You know,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I think he wanted everyone to hate him more, so that it would be more, you know, reliable. Like he was going to be the enemy that everyone hated, and then and it's just to sort of pull the rug out from under Monokuma by taking the killing game away from him. You know, like
yeah.
Who's gonna win this?
and then if
Actually, pretty rare,
he
I haven't seen it.
if Monokuma just let him do it, then he loses control of his killing game. And if he try to take it back and say, no, he's not the mastermind or something, but then he'd be saying, oh shit, there's a mastermind, right? You know?
Come and get her.
I think that was what he's going for, but it was still pretty hard to.
What do you want?
Oh, hey, Chiaki!
Yeah,
He's in the video.
Like, that's
Oh my god, I just saw the
Hope
Twitch
or
chat
despair?
going crazy, saying Chiaki and
Go.
Hope, and oh, it's.
Oh, they're just saying no,
I-
Jackie. I mean, that's also.
I actually thought about buying that on many occasions.
Yeah, I was wondering if you'd bought
Give
that
me
because I'd seen
hope.
you'd bought a bunch of like the other. I saw you got like a
I
Kamada
did,
figure.
and I-
Winner
It was like he's
yes.
changing, he's
I
converting.
know, yeah,
She's
I'll be
super
honest,
cute.
it's actually really dope
But-
too. It's really cool.
Thank you so
I'm like,
much for joining
I gotta get it
Twitch
because
stream. We're
everyone,
very
you know,
lucky again to be joined by
part of this
Nico
channel, but
from
it's Kamada though. All right, fine, I get it, and I'm like, oh, this is actually pretty awesome.
It looks
It's really
good,
cool.
Yeah. Yeah, the Chiaki one looks
Yeah.
really cool too. I think I've seen that one before. I'm not really too into the figurines either, but I kind of wanted to get the Chiaki one just because I thought it looked really well made.
Team, and I can't wait to see.
Yes,
show you
I
guys
consider
what we
getting that.
have.
The only thing about that one is
Thank
it is
you much
really
for stopping
expensive.
by.
Oh yeah, I know.
It's like I think that one was like $130, and I mean, I also remember reading like because it's actually a bit of an assembly to it because she's sort of floating in the air, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
she
it's-
is. So I think you do have to kind of like, I guess, position her right or whatever.
Yeah, with like the cords and stuff.
Mhm.
Oh, the stream ended.
Yeah.
They ended it in the best way possible by saying, "Buy our merch,
Buy our merch.
buy our Chucky merch."
I think it worked since the chat was just blowing up with it. I guess I'll,
Absolutely.
I wanted to show you guys the image. Here's a little image. I guess you guys can probably see my screen capture.
Look at you, Tyson Anytizers and Crispy Strips.
God dang commercials. There we go. There we go. Cute.
I show him the one with you and the penguin.
Yeah, the picture.
So cute.
And then the best boy in the background. Fucking good.
That's right. Mutual best boy.
What a piece of shit.
Yes. Oh, now that they brought up that Chiaki figure, now I'm gonna look it up because I'm like, is it still available? Because last time, like, part of me like wants to get it, but I'm like, it's so expensive, but it's not gonna stick around forever. At the same time, I want to get it, but it's so expensive.
I know, yeah. Yeah, I feel the same way with a lot of merchandise. Oh god, I still, well, I guess I didn't buy it. I felt bad because my mom bought it for me, because like the plushies for Danganronpa are super expensive. I guess because like they don't make a whole lot of them, but I got like the Kamaida Danganronpa 3 anime plushie, and it was like $65, and it's like tiny too. It's like the size of my hand.
Wow.
But, oh man, I felt bad because I like told my mom that like I wanted it, but I saw the price and was like, no, that's not worth it. She still bought it for me anyway, which was really, really sweet. So I was surprised when I saw it at Christmas. But yeah, some of the Danganronpa merchandise is really expensive. I really wish
it is very pricey. The Chiaki one, it's like $130, and it's already sold out on Ami.
Yeah.
It's like, and part of me is bummed, but at the same time, I'm like, but am I gonna really get it though? It's so expensive. Fuck.
I know, yeah, that's how.
But I love Chiaki so much.
Do it for the waifu.
That's right. I gotta do it for the waifu.
Oh man, but God, there is. Oh yeah, I don't know if you've ever seen like the Listen flavored Danganronpa merchandise. It's like
the what?
It's like a brand. It's called Listen Flavor. It's like a brand in Japan.
Okay.
I've only bought 2 shirts from them, but it's already too many because it's just so expensive. It's so expensive. I got a Miu shirt for like probably like $70 with like shipping and tax and all that. Oh, but I love it so much.
Oh my god.
yeah, they're super expensive. But yeah, it's like some of the only merchandise you can really get for like Danganronpa, like t-shirt wise. So yeah, it's kind of strange how that works. But yeah, I wish they did have more merchandise for it. Oh yeah, I think there was another donation or 2 that I missed too. Sorry, I always feel bad kind of like hitting the donations late. I'm like, man, I hope they're still here. I like walked out like slowly.
Oh, I know. It happens to me too a lot on streams.
Maybe like after like 10 minutes or something, they're like, I guess you didn't see my donation.
I guess they don't like me.
Like leave. Like later, I'm like, no, I saw it. Please. I don't hate you. Jake and Kyra said, hey Nico, hey Weeby, big fan of both of you. Just wondering, does Weeby know that Nico figured out that Kaede was the culprit of the case almost immediately after finding Rantaro's body? Yeah, I did hear about that.
Yeah. I got a lot of crap about that because
I felt bad.
I didn't mean to be, but I ended up coming very smug about it. Like, it's so obvious, and then everyone was like, no, it wasn't Nico, you... Like, I'm like, oh shit, I'm sorry.
It's easy to do that when you're playing it by yourself. You know, sometimes you don't really know it's obvious. Because I feel like I did that a couple of times too. Or like, either like I would say a theory that was so stupid and I would think it was right, and people would be like, what the fuck, Weeby? Or like, I would think something was obvious. I feel like I had like maybe a slight problem with that. I did feel bad for you because I did see like, I did watch some of the episode where you like apologize. It's like, oh, poor Nico. Because it's easy. It's easy to do. And you don't mean to come off that way, but it just happens.
You get in your area and you think like, oh, okay, I'm sure other people thought that as well. Because I didn't feel like when I figured it out, I didn't think to myself like, oh man, I can't believe I figured that shit out. Because sometimes it happens. I'm like, I get something, I'm like, oh, this could be right. Oh my god, no way, I can't believe that. If this one, I didn't feel that way, and so I was the whole time just thinking like, oh, I think other people probably got it too. Yeah. But I wasn't. It didn't seem to be the case.
Yeah, it seemed like I felt like when I looked around, it was kind of funny because I feel like the comment section for my like trial video, it was like because it was before you had played it, and I saw a bunch of comments. I guess like the contrast between like me and you, because I didn't get it, and I got a bunch of comments being like, "Weeby, how could you not get it? It was so obvious." And then like that was like half the comments, and the other half was like, fucking Nico and his bullshit powers. He guessed this immediately. His reaction's not going to be as good. I thought it was so funny.
Aw.
But thanks for the donation. Yeah, I had heard about that. Sentient Violet asked, Junko or Samugi? I'd probably say Junko, just because I've kind of analyzed her and I know more about her. So I maybe I'll change my mind whenever I kind of look over Samugi, but I would say Junko for now. What about you?
Ooh. It's like, that's kind of hard because I feel like if I say Junko, it's like saying like I like Junko because I don't, But at the same time, I also think she's probably a better antagonist than Tsumugi was. You know?
Yeah,
I mean,
I kind of feel the
I
same
feel like
way.
Tsumugi was almost forgettable because of the fact that she could transform into anybody. You know, sort of robbed her of a lot of her personality. Was the fact that it's like she could be any character that she wanted to be.
Yeah. I kind of
that was, I
that
guess,
way
the
too. Yeah, I like some of my sponsor servers pointing out too how it's kind of strange that like this is kind of one of the few games where like because of the Junko she died immediately, you know, so like you didn't get to like meet her or anything or get to know her, so it wasn't like a big betrayal when she was the mastermind. It was like, oh, I thought she was dead kind of thing. But
right.
Yeah, then the second game they kind of try to play it off like it's even though it's Junko again, they try to play it off like it's Izuru more so, like he was the one who had the flash drive with Junko's AI and all that stuff. So it's like it's a big twist because it's like a part of Hajime, but it's like it's not like I guess a betrayal. It's like this guy I didn't even know about. It was like kind of felt, I don't know, a little. I guess I was a little sad, or like I kind of agreed with him when he was saying that it was kind of like felt like a wasted opportunity to not give her more development in the game to kind of make it feel more like this is somebody, you know, we've been hanging out with this whole time. He's been so sweet, you know. I guess I kind of feel like that would have been a little bit more impactful than her just kind of staying in the background the whole time. I guess I kind of get why they did that too, because it's like, oh, you'll never guess it's Miss Plain Jane, but I don't know. I feel like it would have been better if she would have gotten closer with like Kaide or Saihara or something like that, so it'd be a little bit more of a shock. But I don't know.
Yeah, she didn't really make a massive impression to begin with, and then at the end it's like, oh, she is the mastermind, but you don't really feel like this massive betrayal because you weren't really all that invested in her character to begin with, you know?
Yeah, that's kind of how I felt too. I mean, like I liked her, but I didn't really have like any huge investment. It's not like, you know, if you're playing Danganronpa 2 and all of a sudden like Chiaki is the mastermind, like that would have messed me up.
I'd go to Kadaka's house and be like, motherfucker.
You better change this.
Bitch. Hold a knife to his head and he's like, ah! You did this! You did this!
This is your fault. Oh my god, that's so funny. Yeah, that would have been fucking crazy.
Oh yes, right. Everyone's saying the comment. I'm so plain. That was all somebody said. Plain.
Yeah, I remember like one of my streams too. I think when I was doing her free time events, everybody started putting the plain emoji in there. One of my sponsors too, he was the one who did like the Tsumugi Delta Airlines fan art that you tagged us both in too. I don't know if you remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd actually asked people. I'm like, you know what? I want to see a picture of. I want to see a picture of a plane with Tsumugi's hair and her glasses, and then it just says in a caption, "I'm so plain."
It was great. Yeah, I love that.
And I got a bunch of plane pictures. I was like, oh, that's exactly what I wanted. Thank you.
Yeah, that's so funny. Yeah, she does say it a lot.
She does.
Let's see. Stargazing Sea Otter said, glad to be able to watch both of you live. Was wondering, have either of you guys seen Red Berserk? It's one of my favorite series. I actually haven't seen or read Berserk. I've heard so much about it. I feel like I've been meaning to see it because I feel like it's kind of like Persona, something I know I would like. I just haven't gotten around to it yet. What about you, Nico?
Red Berserk?
Berserk, the manga Berserk.
Oh,
yeah, the anime manga.
Is that the one? That's the one with guts, right?
Yeah, that one. Got the guy with the white hair too.
Yes.
I don't know his name.
I haven't actually. I haven't, but I have heard a lot of good things about it, and you know, like I've heard a lot of people say it's like this is one of the best goddamn manga of all time, and you know,
I've heard the same.
And it's still going, I think.
Really?
I've seen more recent chapters that like have come out. I think this guy has had problems of similar to like what Hunter x Hunter has had, where he's gone on like long hiatuses because of health issues. I think that's pretty common. I think for any mangaka, because being a manga artist is like I cannot imagine a worse kind of hell.
I know, right? Yeah, it has to be pretty awful. When I like the most I know about like making manga is like reading Bakuman, but just like hearing about like I guess like the deadlines, because it's basically a manga about these like two teenagers making a manga, but they were really, like apparently from what I had heard, the people that made it tried to be really like legitimate with I guess like how you get started. They also kind of, you have to like bullshit a little bit so they can, you know, break out quicker. But like when it comes to the hours and stuff, I think it was supposed to be fairly legit. It just seemed like you'd be working like 24/7.
Yeah, I heard about Bakuman, about like really helping sort of explain how just ridiculous the lifestyle of a mangaka is.
Yeah.
I'd always been curious to check it. Was it good?
Yeah, it's good. I like it a lot. It's made by the same people who made Death Note too. That was kind of a big reason why.
Oh, okay.
got
I didn't
into
know
it.
that.
Yeah. I was a really big fan of Death Note growing up. That was kind of like, I guess, when I first started getting into like wanting to analyze things, which is kind of funny because like the creator of Death Note said that they weren't really trying to like put in like a whole lot of moral, like they really weren't trying to be super deep with the series, even though a bunch of people took it that way. But I still really
really
yeah
really
it was
they
interesting.
weren't trying to be super deep because they really seemed like they were.
Sometimes I think they're a troll. Like I don't know. Sometimes I'm really like, are you sure? But
You just fucking with us.
Yeah, you're just fucking with us. That's kind of what I think sometimes, because the writer for it seemed kind of like, I don't know, kind of like Kodaka or like Nomura, where they're like a little trolly, but I'm not 100% sure. I was like, I feel like I should probably take their word on it. But yeah, I thought that was interesting. They also said they like winged the whole series, which I kind of found that surprising too. I guess like some aspects like I kind of see where it's like, okay, maybe it's been out for so long, but I guess I shouldn't spoil anything. Still.
I was thinking,
I think you cut.
My friend, he was for a long time pushing me to watch Death Note. He's like, "Oh my god, dude, it's so good! You gotta watch it. It's amazing." I'm like, "Okay," but he did tell me, it's like, "But just be aware, at a certain point, it does become maybe not as good." And I'm like, "Oh, all right." And yeah, I mean, it's basically like the first half. It's great, and the second half of it is not as good.
Yeah. I was like, I didn't think it was terrible, but it definitely is kind of like a decline. So I was like, kind of seeing, I guess, like that kind of contrast. I was like, I can kind of see how they might have winged that part, or like maybe they kind of planned out the first half, but then they're like, oh, this is so popular, like let's keep going.
They were like, shit, now what do we do? We just did something, and now we gotta. And basically I thought the new people they brought in were kind of like the other person, but just like not as interesting, you know?
Yeah, I can see that. I kind of came to like them more, I guess, as like I finished the series and started thinking about it, but overall the second half is kind of not as good, but yeah.
Still a great series.
It is a very great series. I like that. I guess it did something different. I guess like it kind of got me into like liking more fucked up characters, because I thought seeing like Light's descent into like insanity was just really interesting to watch, especially in the manga, because they really highlighted a lot more with I don't know, how he is at the beginning versus like how he is at the end. It's really interesting to me, I guess.
Yeah.
And I guess just like
that bonus thing at the I can't remember what it was, where they like suggested like what happens to Light after the ending of the anime or something.
Oh yeah, it's like they had like those 2 movies where they like summarized it. I'm not really sure how canon that is, but a lot of people do believe that. I'm not really 100% sure. I kind of doubt it because of the ending of the manga. And it's like, I can't, I'll tell you, I guess, after we end the stream, because just to not like, give spoilers, because I feel like that would be like a massive spoiler. But like, there was like a theme that the creator said in like the Death Note Plus volume that they were really trying to portray at the end. And what was implied in the movie would like completely contradict that idea. So that's why I'm like kind of unsure that they would be going for that. But yeah.
I see. Okay, I never read the manga. I just saw the anime.
Oh yeah, the manga is really good too. It's like almost identical, but I think like the second half actually has some extra scenes in it. I guess they just like cut those out for time reasons or whatever. But I thought it was really good. I kind of felt like they sort of highlighted. It's just I guess probably that's the biggest difference that I noticed. I felt like you could see a more difference between like Light in like the first episode versus like the end. I kind of feel like in the anime it was like in the first episode he was like, oh, I'm so cute, and the second it was like, I'm evil.
Not evil, I'm crazy. Like, it was a bit of a I will admit, like,
kill everyone.
Like he got the death note, and then like, you know, like there's like one moment where he's like, holy shit, I kill people with this, and then he's like, I kill people with this, and then just goes fucking crazy.
Yeah, pretty much. In the manga it's a little bit more like, I feel like it kind of shows a little bit more remorse, and it's kind of like with each like major, I guess, kill he does, he kind of will like get more fucked up. And I felt like in the anime it really was. They were just like, oh, I killed
They really
someone.
wanted those ridiculous shots where they're like spinning around him, the music's playing like, ha, 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 and he's like riding in like this epic motion, like, yes, delete.
Yeah, he just needed one of those montages. He was like, fuck me, this feels good. Like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep doing this. Oh, yeah, I think there was some more donations too. I haven't gotten to. Let's see. That was a Berserk one. Oh yeah, Phosphorus King said, "Oh, WTF? Did Nico just pronounce waifu correctly?" That's true. You do say wafu.
Oh, I did. Yeah, I did say wafu a lot. I think because I felt I was on your stream and I was like, I feel the need. I must say it correctly. I'm a guest in this stream.
You can say wafu.
It's like you're just gonna stop. You're like, what the fuck did you just say? You say wafu? What the fuck?
I'm pretty sure, like, based off of like some of your Let's Plays, I thought it was wafu for a while until like I watched something else and I was like, oh, waifu. That makes more sense.
I had a lot of people asking me like, I don't understand. Is Nico saying waffles there? Why does he keep saying like my waffles every time he sees Chiaki?
He's cheating on bagels? What the fuck is this?
Yeah.
Then Gladen Smith said, I heard Danganronpa V3 is supposed to be the beginning of an arc. Apparently Kodaka said it at some point. Just wanted to tell you guys. Yeah, I think I heard that he thought he was saying it was like a different universe from the other games. So technically speaking, it wouldn't be that like the other characters were fiction in like their own universes, but they would be in this one. Something like that, I think.
So I guess if that were the case, that would mean like it was like a level of reality outside of the other Danganronpas. So it's like we're just copying what this other person who made Danganronpa games did.
Yeah. Because they even said it was like the first two were like video games, and then they had the Danganronpa 3 anime. Then they were like, oh, we need more.
More Danganronpa.
More. It's never enough. Oh man.
Everyone's saying waffles, despair waffles. Comments.
Joseph Artstater said, honestly, the best part of the 6th case is about them taking jabs on themselves for making Junko the mastermind yet again, but it was still funny. Yeah, we were talking about that earlier too. That was pretty funny how on the nose they were about it.
Oh, I know. That really did crack me up.
Yeah.
I mean, like when he did that, I was like, that almost made me just go, oh, Kodaka, I'm almost willing to forgive all the times he made a Junko.
I feel like he does kind of, he definitely does. I don't feel like he kind of like responds to, I guess, the criticism, but he definitely does like look at it and stuff. And I guess that was something that everybody like in the West and like in Japan were kind of like annoyed with. Cause I know, I guess the one time one of the times he did kind of do something, I guess more so because of the criticism he got, was the executions. He did say in an interview that like, he didn't do a whole lot of the executions in the second game. And he said that he got a lot of comments that they were lukewarm, I guess, or they weren't brutal enough. Yeah, so he decided to do all the ones in V3 like by himself and make them as fucked up as possible, pretty much.
Yeah, I heard that too. Like I heard that the only one he did in Danganronpa 1 was the last one, which was Junko's, I guess.
Yeah.
And then
he did Chiaki's too, but I don't think he did a whole lot of other ones. Yeah. So yeah, it was interesting. I'm happy that he did, because I always kind of wasn't super crazy about them being, I guess, as cartoony, because it would be like a sad moment. Like, I don't know, people kind of get mad at me because I guess don't trash it, but I kind of like talk about, I guess, the Mondo butter one. I feel like I guess it was a little like out of place, like seeing like Ishimaru break down and I'm so sad, and then he turns into butter.
it was kind of like a bit of a buzzkill, wasn't it? It's like kind of ruins the. You're like, I'm missing what the. Is it butter now?
Is butter? That's exactly what I thought. I just felt like so. I was like, am I supposed to laugh or cry? Like, I don't really know anymore.
Like, first you thought it's gonna be some nasty shit in there or something. Mm-hmm. No, it's literally butter. Somehow that he got made into actual butter.
Oh man, that was so funny. But yeah, I would never really, I guess, was super crazy with like the more cartoony aspects, just because, yeah, I don't know. I liked it more just to be kind of gritty, I guess, because it's like when you see a character you like a lot die, or like other characters' reactions to it. I kind of want to stay in the moment and not be like, He's better
Yeah,
now.
I can understand that, absolutely.
Oh yeah, then iKingDavid95 said, Junk, sorry to all our fans out there. Junko. I thought he said junk for a second. Never mind, I read that wrong. Junko, sorry to all our fans out there. If any of you even exist, that is me. Oh, okay, he's like saying, oh, sorry, it's like role-playing. I'm like reading this totally wrong. So, Junko voice, like...
Oh, yes. Sorry to... when she was saying to Samugi, I'm sorry to all your Samugi fans out there.
Yeah.
Exist.
Oh, yeah, you're probably right. Okay, yeah, that is what it is. So, Junko, sorry to all your fans out there. If any of you even exist, that is, then me. I exist. Junko, play the song. Me, no, please, don't play it. Fuck you, Junko. Fuck you too, Samugi. Sorry, I kind of fucked that up at the beginning. I was like,
oh, it's okay.
Reading it
I know where you were going with that.
Glayton Smith, by arc, I mean that it would be the beginning of its own trilogy, like the first three, because Danganronpa Another Episode 2 is almost certain. Oh, okay. That would be really nice. I haven't seen that in any of his interviews, but I'll look through them. There's a lot of them. I thought I looked through a good bit of them, but I probably missed some stuff when I was doing like the trivia videos and stuff. Interesting. It'd be cool if we got more games, but at the same time, I don't want the series to get too oversaturated as well. I don't know, I was kind of wondering, I guess, your opinion on that too, Nico.
Whether he would keep making Danganronpa games?
Yeah, like a new trilogy, kind of like what they were doing.
It honestly is kind of hard. Like, I really, like, when I saw the end of Danganronpa V3, I sort of felt like that this really could be just, like, truly the end of the series. Like, he could sort of stop it there. I mean, we still have, Shuichi and Himiko and Maki and stuff, but... And I suppose he could follow them, but I think with just the way he was like, that whole universe is fake and it was got so meta, like, it would feel weird to almost go back to it, because then it was like, then you'd just be questioning, like, is this supposed to be in universe or not? Is this are these real, or is it going to be seen as another fake, situation again?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I kind of feel the same way. I really wanted to continue because I love the game so much. But yeah, it is like I've seen so many interviews with Kodaka, and he does say like after each game, he like felt like it was the end. So even after like Danganronpa 2 and Danganronpa 1, he wanted to like I don't know if he wanted to necessarily end the series right there, but he said he was so tired that he was like, he didn't want to think about working on another game. So he tried to end it in a way that it could be the end. But V3 definitely felt a lot more kind of like, okay, shit. This feels a lot more, conclusive. I mean, I think it would be interesting if they did make more games, but I don't know that... I definitely don't think I would want them to be connected at all to the previous games. Mostly because I liked, I guess, like, some of the parallels and stuff that they had between the games. Even in V3, I liked it, but I feel like the formula would probably get tired if it was in a fourth game, because it's just kind of like... With some of the stuff, like getting to trial, like chapter 4, it's like, okay, fuck me, Gaunt is gonna die. Like, the buff character always dies. Like, it's kind of like, there was still some like sort of disbelief with it in the third game, but I feel like if they repeated that in the fourth game, it would be a lot easier to kind of predict who's gonna go and all that. But I don't know, that's kind of what I was thinking, because I wasn't even sure if I really wanted that to be the case in V3, because I was kind of worried that it might be a little too predictable if they went down that route again. But I feel like they still did a pretty good job of it. But yeah, I don't know if it would work in a fourth game.
It's hard to imagine where he really can take the general franchise of the killing games from here. After especially after this ending. I mean, if it's something totally different, like Alter Despair Girls, then maybe. But I don't know if pull off another one of those without it becoming trite, Yeah. It's like I do and I don't. Like, but at the same time, I don't know. Maybe it's better to just let it go. Only if he manages to somehow like totally subvert our expectations. But I feel like by this point, that's gonna be really hard to do.
Yeah. I think he could come back to it and do it, but yeah, it's just kind of like, I guess there would be some risk to it. He did say one interview he was interested in like passing it off to other people, like the format, like I guess the formula of Danganronpa, and seeing what they did with it. I think if there were sequels, that would kind of be a more likely idea. Just because, yeah, I don't know that, especially the Hope's Peak stuff. I guess like V3 technically wasn't connected to Hope's Peak, kind of. I guess it was like in a meta way, but you know what I mean. But yeah, I don't really know what they would do from here with that whole scenario. But yeah, I kind of thought the idea of somebody else taking the formula and doing it was interesting, but yeah.
Crossover, Danganronpa and Phoenix Wright.
Oh, hell yeah.
Holy shit. Phoenix has to kill Apollo Justice. Like, what the? Watch as all of your favorite Capcom characters murder each other in cold blood.
Oh my god.
What the hell? Whoa! My god!
That'd be hilarious if that really did become like a thing. Start taking characters from like other beloved franchises.
Yeah,
Oh, you cut out again?
Become all these beloved franchises that just have killing games.
Like Super Smash Brothers, but Danganronpa edition.
Yeah. They stay dead forever when you kill each character. Until there's only one.
Oh my god. Oh man, that'd be hilarious. I think
that's how every game should end its series, is with the killing game.
Have people like play a killing game to figure out who becomes the next Super Smash Brothers character. I think that's another idea.
Yes, that's right.
That'll be the twist in the next game.
That's right.
Oh
my god.
Gladen Smith said, "Meh, I got money to burn." Kodaka said he wanted to take a break, but not necessarily end. Also, most likely it would be a prequel, following Rantaro. I'd really like that, yeah. I'd really like the prequel, honestly. If there was anything to do with, like, any of the previous games, I would want it to be a prequel, personally, with the Rantaros.
Yeah, I think that would probably
be the best idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, you would know that I guess he makes it to the end, but if he was the main character, he's already got 2 Ahoges, he's good. He can be the main character.
That's
then
right.
It doesn't really spoil anything, necessarily. You just know that he's not going to pull a Kaide.
That's right. We know he's not going to die in the first chapter.
Unless.
Unless. And what if he does die in the first chapter? Then everyone's just like, what?
Right?
Kodaka's like, I got you guys again.
Gotcha. Because like he watched your Let's Play and he was like, damn it, Nico guessed it too soon. We gotta redo this again.
We're figure this out, yeah.
You're not gonna figure this out. Oh man, that'd be hilarious.
I don't know, guys. I don't know if this is the same Rantaro. I don't know. He might die in the first. Motherfucker!
Oh god, that'd be so funny.
Just get a bunch of really angry emails from Kodaka. I'm like, oh, what?
You like look at like the analytics and it's like all the dislikes on the video are like from the same building in Japan. It's all just Kodaka. Like 10 accounts. Damn it, Nico.
This one guy's making just a whole bunch of fake accounts and spamming dislikes on me. I'm like, ah.
To find out it was Kodaka the whole
time. Kodaka is very vengeful, apparently.
I don't know, I guess what you want to do now, if you wanted to, I guess, read the chat a little bit, or,
Well, I probably need to get going here, because I actually need to record for tomorrow's video still.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you hadn't recorded yet. Sorry about that. Thanks so much for coming out, though, and doing this stream.
No, absolutely. I had a lot of fun.
Yeah, same here.
Something we'll have to do again.
Yeah, for sure. We can definitely find other times to stream. This is a ton of fun.
Yeah, absolutely. I thought the conference, the Zenki Zero thing seemed pretty cool.
Yeah, I thought the Zenki Zero, the Shibuya game looked really interesting.
Yes,
too.
that too.
I really thought that was a cool idea. I'll have to look into that, because it looked like it was like already a game.
Yeah.
I guess that we hadn't heard about, so I'll have to look into it.
Established game that we just didn't realize existed.
I guess so. So yeah, I'll have to look in see, I guess, what that is, because it looks really interesting, and I'm really kind of getting into more visual novel games now too, so I'll have to look into that. It was a good conference, though. I enjoyed it. Even though, no dang it, Grandpa.
No Danganronpa, but it's all right.
Yeah, someday soon, hopefully. They did hire some people for the character models, so maybe. Maybe soon. But, thanks for coming out, and thanks to everybody for tuning in. It's a lot of fun, and yeah, hopefully we can stream together another time soon.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having me on here.
Yeah, no problem. But anyways, thanks guys for coming out. See you guys later.
All right, bye guys. Bye penguins. Bye.
Bye.
Weeby fans.
Bye. Weebs.
Bye weebs.